think we're about ready to get started here. Let me pause those. Oops.
No more heroes, it's Kira, the Kira, catch on nobody but yourself, nothing less to do.
Travis, it's kill or be killed.
Ow!
Okay. Thank you guys for waiting through that starting soon screen. Today is Monday, December 22nd, Christmas week. Hope you guys end up having fun during this Christmas holiday Thursday, or, you know, Christmas Eve, getting ready for New Year's, getting excited for New Year's. Hope you guys either get some time to spend with your families, or if you're not spending time with your family this year, just some peace of mind during this crazy holiday and this crazy year. How do I feel about the different outlets engaged in farming Clay Obscure's loss of the Game of the Year award over minimal use of generative AI? We're actually going to be talking about that today, Wolf. Just that in thoughts about AI and other things in general. If anybody was wondering, I am personally not a fan of AI, unfortunately. Well, for those who like AI, I guess it would be unfortunate. Just me personally. If it's used as a proper tool to enhance things, and of course, if it was better regulated, I think I'd be a little more inclined to not feel as, what's the word for it? As much disdain or dislike for the technology as I do. Just because all the different ways it affects us. We have the prices of RAM going up. The prices of GPUs are going to be going up soon because NVIDIA is going to be allegedly cutting down their stock. The way it impacts the environment, how much clean water uses electricity, and the fact that how it disproportionately affects Black communities. And when they build data centers in certain areas, it's just, again, if it's used as a tool to properly enhance our lives and to make the workflow and workday easier, I could see it being used properly then. But of course, since the technology is so unregulated and we have so many people and so many different companies and corporations going through and just using it for whatever, however they want, that's my issue with it. It can't be used properly because of how unregulated it is, sadly. But we'll be discussing that today. We'll be getting into that, and that's why I named my title what it was. The fact that it's so important to not lose your creative spark, because there are people who have really good ideas and really good visions for things, and they have plans for things. The unfortunate part is a lot of them will never see that creativity come to light because they feel like they don't have the talent, they don't have the ability, they don't have the time to learn a new skill, and unfortunately, they're losing out on so much because creativity is a different form of expression. We're losing so many different ways of communicating with each other and talking with each other and having these conversations with each other due to AI kind of, not even, I can't even fault the technology itself. It's just the way people are using it. I want so badly to blame the technology, but the technology itself is not inherently bad. It's just the way we're using it. Which unfortunately, like, I can't get behind it as much as on paper how I would like to. Because on paper, it promises so much. It promises us the world, and we got almost less than half of what it's supposed to do because of the way it's being implemented, because of the amount of people that don't want it in their lives, and it's constantly being force-fed to us like we're asking for it. Microsoft has been trying to shove the Copilot and other AI systems down our throats for the last few years. And unfortunately, when you're trying to uninstall it and get rid of it, it's back in the next update. Things like that, it doesn't inspire confidence in the product because they're trying to force it on us so much. That's the main issue with this thing, is that half of the stuff we're getting with AI, we didn't ask for and we didn't need. They lost the Game of the Year from the Indie Game Awards, not even the big Game Awards that just passed. Plus, they use AI in development, and all AI has since been patched out. We're going to talk about it, Rage. We're going to talk about it. You went on to say, Wolf, as much as I don't like AI, it seems Clay Obscure did a pretty ethical way, made sure it didn't affect the employees. Just for everybody's outlets. Yeah, and that's another thing too. It's also important not to sacrifice your integrity for a few clicks. When it comes to these headlines, people take any bit of news, they read the headlines instead of going through the article and trying to form their own opinion and just trying to go out for engagement farming, like how you guys said earlier. It does inspire interesting conversation though that we could have about these kinds of things. I know typically the temperature in the room with AI, most people would feel indifferent towards it if it didn't impact them so heavily. And some people don't care either way. Some people are for AI and really like it. And again, if you're for AI, you know, whatever, I'm not going to come kicking down your door and shame you for it. It's just, I'm personally not a fan. Everyone's free to have their own opinion and stuff like that. As long as we can agree, like, how the technology is being used right now is not the most optimal. It's not what we were promised. That's perfectly fine. I don't think anyone can really dispute that just because we have so much overwhelming evidence otherwise. Like I said, on paper, when used to enhance and used to take away from, what's the word for it, redundant work processes and make our lives easier, when it's actually used like that as it was advertised, perfectly fine. I don't really have too many issues with it. Of course, besides the environmental impact, but some give and take there. Some give and take there. It's just really weird though. Just really weird the way we're seeing it implemented. Especially when how people are just like, oh, ChatGPT, what should I eat today? ChatGPT, let's get married. ChatGPT, am I depressed? Like when I see people using it like that, it's just like, okay, we've lost the plot. And there's been too many different examples of that happening. Person have an issue AI via music, art, text prompting. I look at it the same way as like hipsters. Stay with me. It is a bad analogy. I'm glad you recognize that. But think butter. Butter churn fresh is the best kind of butter you can get, and you pay premium for it to come from the people that make it. Processed butter is more readily available and cheaper, and you buy it at the store. Butter now applied to music, art, etc. I see where you want to come with that. I see where you want to come from with that. It's just not quite the same, but I see the point you're trying to make in terms of actual quality versus the product, in terms of AI being like, oh, okay, let me just get this out as fast as possible. It's just what we're losing as a result. Unethically sourced art in most cases. Yeah, I can see that because AI doesn't make anything on its own. AI doesn't make anything on its own. It's almost always coming from something that exists already. AI doesn't make up something from nothing. It's almost always stolen from a different artist. That's my issue with that. Like if you're churning out butter that was commercially processed, again, you know, you may have made that. It may not be the best butter, but you didn't steal it from someone else, I'd hope. Could you imagine if there were like butter thieves going out? But I see the sentiment, Rage. I see the sentiment. But we could end up having that type of discussion all day. Let me not get into that. Let me actually get into the articles. Let's find out some more news. By the way, hope you guys are again doing well. But we'll get into the article. Everybody can form their own opinions. We'll go from there. Because I can already see this is going to go. We're going to have some long, drawn-out discussion about what's ethical, what's unethical, what's stolen, what's not stolen, what AI does good, and all the horrible things it does bad. I'd rather not do that today. I don't have the energy to give to a conversation like that. I just want to read this news. Let's see here. Because we will literally sit here all day. So, let's talk about it. The Indie Game Awards has pulled 2 awards from Claire Obscure over generative AI use, saying that we have a hard stance against generative AI in games. -1 victory lap for the JRPG. But a W for the Indie Game Awards. So let's go on to see what exactly happened, because we've heard some people say there has been AI in there, then some people backtrack their statements previously. But it's been a hell of an award season for the year's most talked about RPG, but 2 of its accolades just got knocked off the scorecard. The Indie Game Awards, which awarded Sandfall Interactive with the Game of the Year and Best Debut Game on December 18th, posted a video to Blue Sky yesterday explaining that the game is retroactively disqualified for its use of generative AI in development. We have a hard stance against generative AI in video games. It's something we talk about throughout the year when discussing any potential nominees. And this is coming from Mike Towndrow of the IGA nomination committee. And on the day of the premiere, Sandfall Interactive did in fact confirm that generative AI was used in the making of Expedition 33. It continues that previously the studio had agreed that no generative AI was used in the making of the game when it was submitted to us for consideration. And I want to say again, I read a post, so take that with a grain of salt, coming from a different article from a different outlet that was written, saying they later backtracked the statements and said no generative AI was used. So I don't know whether or not to believe AI was or wasn't used. So here we are. And then this is the video here. Notably, seemingly AI-generated textures were indeed spotted by fans online and clear obscure mere days after release in April. The textures highlighted in the screenshot were quietly removed soon after, referred to in a patch note as a placeholder texture. Oops. That would be my clothes being done. Now, in June, an interview I do not know how to pronounce this. I don't want to butcher it. I'm just going to say El Pais or Pace. Saw Sandfall co-founder Francois Maurice admit the studio was used some AI, but not much. Apparently it was Google translated. But the article has been updated to state that there is no element made with generative AI in the game. Now, the Indie Game Awards' new winners for Best Debut Game and Game of the Year are now Sorry We're Closed and Blueprints, respectively. It will be interesting to see what impact this has moving forward. Developers of hotly anticipated RPGs like Divinity have already admitted to using generative AI in development, and that's not going really well for them. The CEO, Swin Vink, has been fighting for his life on Twitter, if you guys have or have not seen it, ever since he announced that the studio is using generative AI in some way for Divinity. Of course, the same way that it's claimed to have been used here in Expedition 33, just placeholders to also get some ideas flowing for the actual artists who are working on the game. But the issue with that is he also went on to say that everybody in the company was cool with AI, and then you have some former Larian employees stepping forward saying that he's actually talking incorrectly. Not everybody at the business is okay with AI. But, you know, it's just a messy situation all around. You say you want to use responsibility. That's your short answer. You said it right. LPEs? LPIEs? Wait. LPIEs? I'm trying to put it together. I'm trying to sound it out. LPIEs. Thank you, Wolf. Oh my god. I feel like I'm in 6th grade again. Running into my first big word for the first time. Let's see here. So it will be interesting to see what impact this has moving forward. Developers of hotly anticipated RPGs like Divinity have already admitted to using generative AI in development, and big studios like Ubisoft are letting it slip in the final builds, content to touch it up once it's noticed. While there's an argument to be had whether the decidedly AA Sandfall should have been up for an indie award in the first place, it seems clear that AI isn't a bigger sticking point for people, at least within the Indie Game Awards nomination team. That's interesting. That is interesting. Again, I'm going to pretend to be an expert in AI here and how companies use it and how they should or shouldn't use it. I do understand why people are so upset, though. I do understand why people are angry. But I want to know, how does this impact your guys' opinions on the game for people who played it? If you found out a game you liked was using generative AI, would you outright stop playing it? Would you refund it? Would you demand a refund? Is that something we can see happening? Should we go through the Game Awards from previous games, and if they were using AI, take away their awards as well? This question that generates for me is a crazy is a crazy statement. Oh man, that's funny. When does an indie studio become a AAA? That's another conversation too, right? Because there are some people debating whether or not this is actually an indie studio, especially since some of them were made of former Ubisoft developers, and other developers have come from other branches of the games industry. But they are a new studio. They don't have some big giant publisher behind them. But that's part of the argument, right? There's some people say, oh, they arguably shouldn't be an indie studio. And since this technically shouldn't be their debut game, since they've worked on other games in the past before, similar to how Megabonk put its own nomination because the creator of Megabonk said that wasn't his first game he ever made, so he technically couldn't have that as their debut indie game or debut game. There's a lot of nuance, I think, to be had, And unfortunately, due to where we are with the rise of anti-intellectualism and the fact that people always like to say it's not that deep, means that we really won't get the chance to have a lot of conversations like these in good faith, at least, right? Where do we go from here? Who do we actually have a conversation with about things like this without people getting heated, angry, debating, and yelling and saying I ain't reading all that? I guess I just remember the prior battles before AI. In movies, you had to battle the actual effects versus CGI. That I remember. Go further back, it was hand-drawn artists versus digital artists. Hand-drawn artists had a massive campaign. Using digital tools wasn't really creating art because of the computer doing things for them. It's the same argument, just a newer frontier tool. Old school versus new school over and over again. I'd say it even goes deeper than that, too. Definitely goes deeper than that for sure. Because at the same time, I think it's everything that AI is doing compared to using a different tool to develop a project. Because not only is it like, okay, well, we have this new technology that's innovating, so obviously people who can't adapt to the technology being put out of a job, it's not quite that simple, right? This thing is using clean drinking water. This thing is polluting neighborhoods. It's using way more electricity than any of these other technologies in the past have. People are getting fired. People are getting dumber. It's not necessarily just a matter of fact of one tool that's been innovated, that's the new technology on the block that's making things better. So people who can't adapt or either don't have the money to adapt can't. This is way bigger than that. Way bigger than that. I think that's the issue here. It doesn't encompass the full context of what's actually happening with this technology. How it ethically impacts people, not just ethically, but also environmentally, and how it's actually changing our lives as a whole. Because this is something, again, we haven't seen before and probably we're not ready for. Not to mention the amount of incorrect information and stuff it pulls. Like, it's just so much. This thing is so big and it encompasses so much. It's very hard to put it in a box like that and simplify it and dumb it down to something like that. But you said you went on to say that Claire Obscure is fantastic. No, I'm actually intending to buy a physical copy to support when I was getting access through Game Pass. Yeah, this is a really good game. But at the same time, it's like, how much are people willing to let some of this stuff slide for the kind of thing that they like? You don't have to tell me about that. You don't have to tell me about that shit. I'm in Arizona where the desert land is cheap, so a bunch of AI companies park data centers out there. Oh, God, I'm sorry to hear that. Eating our limited water and energy resources, that argument until they get and understand the same issue to crypto farmers was as a tool in the world of art and whatnot. I don't have the issue. That's fair. That's a fair assessment. That's a fair assessment. When said like that, I get it. Whew. It's a lot. It's a lot to unpack here, man. Because this isn't the only company using it. We're gonna get into it. We seen, like we said before, the CEO of Larian came out and said they're using it for Divinity. We have it used here. We have some AI being used in Arc Raiders in the finals. We have it so bad that before I get into this, gave away a key last night, Expedition 33. Nice. But we're gonna get into this, y'all. Let me go put my clothes in the dryer real quick. I'll be back. We can continue this conversation. Give me like 10 or so minutes, because we got some more articles about companies using AI, and then some companies outright denying that they use it, because it's almost like a witch hunt in a sense, right? Where now that last week I covered some developers who made an RPG game and they had been accused of using AI. So their reviews went from very positive to mostly positive because people immediately started review bombing the game. And unfortunately, with stuff like this, when it's treated as a witch hunt, that makes misinformation and people who think they know what AI is, a lot of different opinions will fly around. When there's no 100% guaranteed method to predict what is AI and what's not AI. Even AI itself cannot predict when something's AI or not. Unfortunately, fully, with 100% guarantee. And with how much of this technology is being implemented on a day-to-day basis, you have so many people who are just like parroting opinions they've heard online, which is why I always say it's so important to do your own research and form your own opinion. Don't just take what other people are telling you, even if they are a positive source. Check the sources that they're using, make sure their information is accurate, especially if you like them, because sometimes what ends up happening is if you like a person or if they've been previously verified as a positive source, we stop fact checking them. We stop double checking and making our own opinions and forming our own thoughts and doing our own research, which is one of the most important things to do. The problem I'm seeing is a lot of times you can tell or predict what's CGI and what's actual stunts, but that line seems to get blurry to AI because it's scary good unless it says or does something you know is not possible or strange. Yeah, we'll get into it in a second here. Like I said, I'll be back. Give me like 10 minutes, y'all. I gotta be a responsible adult, at least somewhat responsible adult.
Alarm. Tsunami integrity has been breached. Scanning for virus. Viral entity identified. Joker. Viral removal program initiated.
What happens when a game becomes real and none of the rules apply? For a young sorcerer named Tsukasa, the virtual world of the game has become his reality.
Where am I?
Inside, Tsukasa can fight, make friends, feel pain.
Tsukasa.
The only thing he can't do is log out. Enter the world of God Hack Sai, premiering Saturday, February 1st at 3.
Let me go!
Hate the game, not the player.
I mean.
Only Toonami.
This place is a town of forgetfulness.
40 years ago, everything we knew was destroyed. The face of the planet changed forever.
There isn't anyone who really knows exactly what did happen.
The survivors left without memories. In the aftermath, a new society is formed.
I perform a much-needed job here in the city of amnesia.
In Paradigm City, the rich close themselves into giant domes, while the poor must live without protection. But one man stands for something more, and he does it in serious style.
As a professional, I just try to do my best.
His name is Roger Smith, the Negotiator.
Try this.
Goes against my principles, but I don't have a choice.
His allies, an android, a butler,
Leave this up to me.
and Big O.
It's showtime!
When they start a job, they always see it through.
Rest in peace! Bye-bye!
Enemies of Paradigm City, beware. There's a new robot on the block.
You're not going anywhere! You crazy little fool! You're gonna get yourself killed!
It is this. Big O, starting Monday, April 2nd at 5:30. Good guys still wear black. Only Toonami.
Hey there, it's your old pal Tom. Got some big news, but let's get the big guy to help me out.
Get ready.
Playtime is over, little girl.
Starting March 17th, Toonami's got the new deal.
Let's do it.
New Tom, new Absolution, new shows. Same old goodness. The battle begins with G Gundam at 5.
I've seen that technique.
5:30. All new Dragon Ball Z.
What I represent can never be destroyed.
6. The Spirit Detective Yu Yu Hakusho. And at 6:30, the premiere of The Wandering Samurai, Rurouni Kenshin.
And so the true battle finally begins.
Ooh, it's so sweet.
He always makes it sound so good. Hey, don't forget to log on to Toonami.com and check the exclusive online comic. Find out how I got this new look. It's a bit of a tale. See you March 17th. Later.
I'm gonna make sure that we capture every one of those cards.
For Sakura Avalon, life was all boys and schoolwork.
Does everyone know what their assignments are?
But an ancient book in the basement has changed everything.
You gotta expect things when you least expect them.
When the cloud book opened, the world felt its fury. Now, Sakura and her friends must defeat the cloud cards one by one before they destroy the world. The greatest sorcerer on the planet is a 10-year-old girl, and the only thing scarier than battling the cards is doing her homework. These are the Guardians of Earth. Card Captors, Monday, June 4th at 5. It's all in the cards.
You are a card captain now.
Kids love it. In the year 2039, Gotham City has no heroes. Its people, no hope. Its youth, no future.
Evening, boys and girls. Who's up for some laughs?
Terry McGinnis was part of the problem.
You can't control your temper, and you'd better if you expect to get anywhere in life.
Yeah, I'll be a big success, just like you.
Until a moment of violence brought him to the door of a man named Bruce Wayne.
Let's put a smile on his face.
Leave him alone. Once known as the Batman.
Man, you're something. You okay?
Now, the Dark Knight will rise again to drive the shadow of evil from the streets of Gotham. Let's go! Supervillains, beware. There's a new Batman in town. Batman Beyond. Weeknights at 6:30.
You're pretty strong for some clown who thinks he's Batman. I am Batman.
Justice returns to Gotham.
Welcome to my world.
Only Toonami. In an effort to dominate robotic warfare, the secret organization Black Ghost has transformed these 9
About Jake Paul getting dealt with. Oh my god, that fight was. It just felt like I was watching a montage of Jake Paul getting his ass beat, and it was so good. Finally. So good. But sorry about that. Let me actually go forward and pull up our next article. I said I was going to. When I said it's this whole thing with generative AI and how companies are implementing it and just public opinion about it has gotten so bad. This is what I mean. Because Battlefield 6 fans now suspect that EA has used generative AI in the cosmetics pack for the shooter. And they would say, I would literally prefer to have no sticker than some low quality AI generated garbage. So this is how bad public opinion has gotten around AI, at least in terms of gaming. You say you just love that people got to see what happens in an exhibition match and a sanction match. Yeah. That was just Jake Paul getting beat on, which that's all I wanted to see. That's all I needed to see. That's all I needed to see. That is all I wanted, and that is what I got. I wasn't expecting anything crazy from that. Oh no! Yeah, there's a few different things that happened over the weekend. I know the Bears won their football game, so I was very happy about that. We beat the Packers this weekend. Well, I'm not gonna say we, because I've been a Bears fan, but I'm not. What's the word for it? I've never been that type of person who's so passionate to sports that I take the team's win as my own. I'm always like, oh, that's nice for them. But of course, you know, everybody feels differently about sports. That being said, though, image of a double-barreled M4A1 has led to suspicions that EA is using generative AI. So, Battlefield 6 fans have spotted what they believe to be AI-generated art in the winter-themed cosmetics pack for the hugely successful multiplayer shooter. In a Reddit post titled, "Remove this AI from the store," user Wilcario uploaded an image of a player card sticker named Winter Warning, which comes as part of Battlefield 6's Windshield cosmetics pack. Now
Richard! Oh, wow!
Ew.
Wow!
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
You know, over time I forget I have effects like that in there. And then somebody pulls out the word. But let's see here. The sticker depicts a soldier aiming down a sight of an assault rifle, but upon closer inspection, the assault rifle clearly has 2 barrels, leading Lucario and other Battlefield 6 fans to suspect the sticker art is AI generated. And accidental replication is certainly an error common among AI generated images, as anyone who has seen AI generated pictures of humans with far too many fingers will understand. That said, this image is the only evidence Lucario cites, meaning the mistake could potentially be down to human error. Nonetheless, Lucario makes his thoughts clear about the apparent use of generative AI, saying, "I would literally prefer to have no sticker than some low-quality AI-generated garbage." You can look at Black Ops 7 and see how many favors AI-generated awards won with them. I mean, also, Black Ops 7 is just not a good game. But Lucario is referring to Activision's likely use of AI to generate player cards and other elements of Call of Duty Black Ops 7, which contributed to its mostly negative Steam rating and its scores of just 40% in PC Gamer's Call of Duty Black Ops 7 review. And this apparently seems to be the thing in question here, the picture in question here. If you want to take a closer look. Here being the multiple barrels. Interesting. It's worth noting that Black Ops 7's apparent AI-generated artwork isn't the only problem the shooters suffer from. The latest entry was led by a truly appalling campaign. Yeah, that you couldn't pause. There were no checkpoints. No saving. You either had to finish a level or start it all the way over. And while its scattershot multiplayer experience struggled to provide much that was new and interesting, Lucario's thoughts on the sticker was met with broadly concurring response. "Where there goes my want to keep supporting this game," wrote user Whiterun J. User "A man is not a face," all right. Meanwhile, said that the fact the sticker is only part of a cosmetics pack that does not change how they feel about the apparent use of AI to create said pack. "Well aware I don't have to buy it to play the game, but I'm more than happy to ditch the game entirely if this is the route they go." Now, you say you've known plenty of people with charisma that end up high iron positions they might not normally be in. Doesn't surprise me. Oh, you guys talk about Andrew Tate. Yeah. Typically, every man who is part of the red pill lifestyle does not actually live said lifestyle and is just profiting on the back of those who are lonely and do not know how to talk to women. Really unfortunate, but every time I read a story of someone escaping the red pill pipeline, my heart grows a couple sizes bigger. But in October, VP General Manager of DICE and Criterion, Rebecca Kutaz, told the BBC, I'm sorry, that players would not encounter generative AI content in Battlefield 6. However, the CEO of EA has previously expressed his excitement over AI tech, while Kutaz followed up her promise by stating that AI is very seducing, all right, and that if we can break the magic with AI, it will help us be more innovative and more creative. Hence, does this represent a change in perspective for EA regarding AI content in Battlefield 6? I could have sworn they had some mandates coming out from former employees that said the higher ups are mandating that they use AI more and more. So this doesn't fully surprise me if that image is AI generated, especially since with the whole buyout, they have to make that $20 billion in debt, 20 or $22 billion in debt up if the deal fully went through. But they went on to say that players wouldn't see AI generated content in the game. Does she mean the release version specifically? Either way, if the sticker is AI generated, it would surely require EA to disclose generative AI use on Battlefield 6's Steam page in accordance with Valve's policy, which the page currently doesn't do. Nah, Max, don't feel bad for laughing. That funny. Sometimes I think I'm a mature adult, and then I read headlines like "told the BBC," and I'm like, I just can't stop myself from laughing. Just can't stop myself. Have y'all seen the video of the dude talking about how much he loves the BBC, and he's talking about the news outlets? He said he's been watching the BBC for years. I was like, oh my god. BBC and seducing in the same paragraph. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. In the same article. Yeah, just crazy. Just crazy. What was I gonna say? This is the last article about AI, I promise. I might be lying. We got like 2 last articles about AI, then we can keep going into the gaming news. It ends up just being so relevant though. And that is Blueprints. As you guys know, Blueprints has denied the alleged usage of generative AI. This one's short. Blueprints' publisher has spoken out against sudden allegations of using generative AI in the title. The news comes after Claire Obscure Expedition 33 had its wins at the Indie Game Awards revoked due to using AI-generated elements. And now generative AI usage in video games has been a hot topic for quite some time. Just recently, Larian Studios admitted to using generative AI for pre-production purposes, and many were displeased with the Baldur's Gate 3 developer. The conversation on whether it's ethical or not has been a huge debate, so it only went bigger when the Indie Game Awards revoked Claire of Scare. Well, yeah, we know that. Let me see here. There's anything new in this article we didn't go over before? Allegations of Dogubomb, the creator using generative AI and blueprints, appeared out of nowhere. It went big when the Escapist called out the company in a since edited article. Now the publisher and developer have spoken up about the allegations. Imagine being a runner-up and not being framed for AI. Yeah. And this, they put up the tweet saying, for people that need confirmation, there is no AI used in blueprints. There is no AI in Ba Sing Se. The game was built and crafted with full human instinct by Tondo Ross, Dogubomb, and his team. It is a result of 8 years of development fueled by imagination created. Yeah, you get the point. Almost like people could just be accusing to see them taken down. Yeah. Could you imagine somebody coming in, a former employee who's been scorned? These niggas use AI. Get them. I was in the studio. They used generative AI for that entire level. For that entire thing, they made it. Oh, could you imagine? Oh, no. For people that need confirmation, there is no AI used in blueprints. Yeah, we literally said that. I really just read that. But with the Indie Game Awards, the criteria is that no game would use AI and developers have to verify it in order to be considered. The allegations of blueprints using it were baseless, as the article had no evidence to back it up. The crackdown on AI usage in games would likely ever be present come 2026. Whatever the case, it's a shame of one of 2025's best titles have to deal with the allegations, especially after a big one. And it's crazy too, man. Because they could low-key just use AI to make up false AI allegations. Could you imagine somebody pulling out an AI tweet that someone never said, saying they had AI in their game? Oh, man. But the last AI adjacent article of the day, we have to talk about this because if you're someone who's in the market for a new PC, a new console, a new phone, a smart refrigerator, which I don't know why you'd be buying a smart refrigerator. There are people who buy smart beds, which I didn't even know was a thing. But PC gamers are apparently in for a bumpy ride. Micron says the RAM shortage could last beyond 2026. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. We can't stop winning. We can't stop winning, right? Let me stop. But the future of PC gaming looks a little bleak right now. That's putting it lightly. As chipmaker Micron has claimed the RAM crisis could last beyond 2026. Rising game and hardware costs have been a consistent theme throughout 2025 for the most part. Most of these price hikes have hit consoles like the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. More recently, though, PC gaming has taken numerous blows as AI-driven demand has led to skyrocketing RAM prices. Like an onion, it's got layers. But what's crazy about this is, I remember a few years ago, I believe it was either Phil Spencer or Matt Booty who came out and said we would not be doing $1,000 consoles for Microsoft, right? But now with these increasing RAM prices, tariffs, just a higher rising cost of living, and how much more these pieces of tech are costing us, I wouldn't be surprised. I hope I'm wrong, but I wouldn't be surprised if this next generation of consoles, we end up seeing a $1,000 console for the first time ever. It's unbelievable. Reminded of Max to wash the glass onion? Bet. I'm gonna end up looking at that either today or tomorrow when I get some time. I hope we do not get $1,000 consoles, but we're getting closer and closer. This is a truly strange timeline because now a stick of RAM could cost you as much as a PS5 Pro with how we are in the world currently. Let's see here how far this article dives into this type of discussion. Now, the current shortage began in the fall 2025, thanks largely to a deal between OpenAI and two of the world's largest RAM manufacturers, Samsung and SK Hynix. When those companies agreed to delegate many of their resources away from consumer components and towards the AI market, DDR5 RAM kits tripled in price in some cases. Since then, other semiconductor businesses throughout and beyond the calendar 2026. The statement applies not just to Micron, but the industry as a whole, with the manufacturer stating that the global RAM supply will likely remain substantially short of the demand created by AI data centers for the foreseeable future. While AI may be the driving force behind the shortage, gamers will still feel the effects too, as more supply going to data centers means less available for gaming. Notably, Micron announced it was ending its consumer RAM segment altogether, one of the big three, amid this trend, which will constrain the available supply for PC and console markets even further. Just buy a Steam machine and leave your Xboxes and PlayStations in the past. Price of goods will fluctuate typically by minimum wage. Yeah, I think that's why they're waiting to announce the price, because Valve even said it themselves. At first, when they announced it, they didn't announce the price due to how tariffs and the ongoing prices are going. I still do think if you're someone who doesn't want to go through the trouble of building a PC and just wants as close to a console-like experience on a computer, the Steam machine is probably your best bet. And we just got to see what that price looks like. Granted, it's Linux, so it won't run everything out the box, but if you're someone who wants to do even a tiniest bit of tinkering, you could still dual boot Windows on it, because that's what I ended up doing with my Steam Deck. And even when I had a Lenovo Legion Go that primarily ran on Windows, keep in mind, if you're running Windows on a handheld, Windows is ass. It's not good for handheld experiences or just purely for gaming experiences. It's a lot of bloatware. Anyways, I digress. If you're someone who's looking into getting a PC or a console, pre-builds might still be the best way to go, and there's still some supply laying around there that's out and about now that's not quite as expensive, but it's only going to go up. So if you don't have the money now, just wait. Just wait. Don't go out to the store and empty out your bank account to try and get a PC because you think it's now or never. No, we've been through this before with the GPU shortage during COVID and recessions and things that happened beforehand. You gotta wait. If you don't have the money now, just wait. If consumers continue buying the goods like they have, disposable income companies will continue to market up until people can afford it and adjust accordingly. Exactly. Ding, 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 ding. Got a couple smart guys in the chat today. Crucial RAM is no longer, is definitely one of your go-tos over the years, man. But yeah, if you don't like it, don't buy it. It's what EA said. And they released Battlefield 5 and nobody bought that shit. So what did they do? They had to go back to the drawing board, and now we have a way better game. Anyways, let's see what else we have here. According to Micron's report, the company is trying to catch up with AI demand, but the adjustment will take time as
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
It's still so crazy that he came up and did that on stage. And at first, oh man. Anyways, I have an Asus Ally that I rarely use. Makes me giggle that Microsoft is slapping an X sticker on it and boosting the price and people buying up. Kind of crazy, right? Kind of crazy, right? Now, according to Micron's report, the company is trying to catch up with AI demand, but that adjustment will take time. As the presentation explains, brand production requires clean rooms. Building more of these high-tech manufacturing environments is a slow process. Micron claims lead times for this construction are growing longer across locations, so production won't scale up quickly. It's safe to assume other RAM companies are dealing with similar challenges, as evidenced by rising prices across the board. Outside of Micron, Samsung raised DDR5 RAM prices by over 100%. Jesus Christ. 100%? And that was just for the bulk pricing it offers PC part manufacturers, so similar hikes are almost certain to trickle down to end users. When we say we want to trickle down economics, I don't think this is what we meant. I wanted the benefits and money to trickle down, not bills. I got enough of those. You said that keyword. So because memory is such a crucial piece of gaming hardware, this shortage will affect much more than just the price of RAM kits. It's rumored that NVIDIA may cut down production on GPUs by up to 40% in 2026 amid the RAM crisis, with the newer 50 series GPUs bearing the brunt of this cutback. Now, many companies like NVIDIA don't manufacture their own RAM, but buy it from suppliers like Micron, Samsung, SK Hynix to integrate into their consumer-ready components. So because the shortage stems from so far up the supply chain, availability and cost concerns will ripple across RAM kits, graphics cards, and CPUs, which is not a welcome trend for anyone building or upgrading a PC. Now, these price hikes could extend beyond PC gaming. Console SoCs need memory too, so any manufacturer without large enough safety stocks of these crucial components may soon run into a sticky situation. Sony, for example, ended up slashing the price of some of their PS5s recently during the holiday season. But don't be surprised if after slashing these prices, they end up being way more expensive. There's also talk that the Switch 2 prices could rise and another increase for the Xbox Series S and X may not be off the table either. It's unclear how long exactly the RAM shortage will go beyond 2026 or how high costs will get in the meantime, but it will be an uncomfortable time for gamers and manufacturers as long as it persists. Trickle-down economics is misunderstanding. It's just diarrhea. You don't want that trickle. Hey, yo. Well, what's crazy about this too is it's gotten so bad now that I kid you not, a streamer go by the name of the Black Okage, he came in and said he saw a homeless man digging in the dumpster to try and grab this computer they had thrown out to try and figure out if he could grab one of the RAM sticks because he knows how expensive they are and just trying to sell them and, you know, get some money for it, which is just so crazy to me. Not that the man was doing that, but just the fact that RAM has gotten that expensive. There are RAM kits now that will cost just as much as a 4080. Before I even get into all that, man, let me just keep going. I'm gonna get mad. Every time I talk about it, I'm gonna get mad. Just how expensive this stuff is now. How expensive this is now, man. I gotta move on. So, for those who don't know, Valve has apparently quietly discontinued the last LCD Steam Deck model, which was the most affordable model they had on brand and on hand. It's unbelievable. Copper and construction sites has been a thing. Why not? I feel that for sure. What's up, Bonk? Now, I don't know if this has anything to do with the increasing GPU, RAM prices, AI, or what was their reason. Maybe it just wasn't as profitable for them anymore. But let's see if we can find out why they stopped doing this. Now, a disclaimer on the Steam Deck page notes that no more will be made once sold out, and, well, they went pretty fast. If you were hoping to get in on that Steam Deck hype without splurging on a newer model with the OLED screen, well, it's whatever you call the opposite of a Christmas miracle. They're sold out, and Valve isn't going to make any more. As Liam Dahl wrote for Gaming on Linux, a disclaimer was snuck onto the Steam Store page which outlines the various Steam Deck models. We're no longer producing the Steam Deck LCD 256GB model. Once sold out, it will no longer be available. Now, the disclaimer is still there, and at least in the US, that original model was sold out for good. Do you see the RDC Gaming guy that urged a donator of $5K to refund it and give it out to people in this town that need money for Christmas? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, $5,000? Jesus. 5,000? I'd be asking myself, where do people be getting this money from, especially during this time? But it may not have been delectable, vivid colors of the OLED version, but it was a hell of a workhorse for the price. PC Gamer's Jeremy Laird called it a stellar deal when the price dropped a few months back, and I'm inclined to agree with him. PC Gaming has a reputation for its high financial barrier to entry, so to have a handheld option with bespoke UI and docking functionality for under $400 was a pretty wild value proposition. That said, there's a new handheld PC or gaming-centric Android, what feels like every day now, and Valve has hardware ambitions beyond the deck. So it makes sense that the company is simplifying its product lineup and focusing on its biggest and best models as it prepares to roll out the Steam Machine. If you're looking for your own way to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 on a train and want to get a sense of the playing field, check out our list of the best handheld gaming PCs. Okay. But that's dope. You love to see stuff like that. Not a lot of streamers and not a lot of groups would do that. And being 100% honest, I know I wouldn't. I hit the wrong button. I can't applaud for that. So what else do I have for y'all besides this article? Got a few more to go through, and then we'll play some Marvel Rivals. But I thought this was interesting to bring up for those who don't know, because the Painkiller's creator isn't a fan of its recent co-op reboot, and he said, I disagree with every single thing they've done in it. Makes you wonder why they ended up going through and remaking the game if you have the literal creator of the said franchise coming in and saying he does not like anything you're doing with the game. Kind of crazy. Let's find out why. So one of the weirder things that happened in PC gaming this year was that a new Painkiller came out and pretty much instantly disappeared. I'm aware PC gaming moves so fast nowadays and many games get washed away without anybody noticing, but I thought Painkiller would have sufficient cultural cachet to stick around a little bit. Did anyone buy this? Did anyone play this? I heard about it before it came out. It came out. I heard nothing afterwards. I didn't even know it came out really for real like that, if I'm being 100% honest. That's kind of crazy. Like this year alone, there were like 19,000 games that came out. And I believe what, less than 40% of those have reviews on them? Which is kind of crazy. Looking at the history of the Painkiller series, it feels like each iteration is done by people who hated the prior one. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I personally haven't. I think I played the OG one that's on PC from years back, which I had fun with it. You know, it was a nice little shooter I enjoyed, but nothing too crazy. It's in that genre of boomer shooters, if I remember correctly, right? But I don't have a significant stake in the franchise, which is why I kind of thought people would be happy for it. Hey, gonna take your little sister to a giant Christmas light show tonight? W sibling. But perhaps it's because Anshire Studios reboot made some major changes to Painkiller's formula. Reworking People Can Fly's devoutly single-player horde shooter as the Left 4 Dead style cooperative blaster infused with Doom Eternalish movement. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty big adjustment. Let's see here. The combination was ambivalently received by those who did notice Painkiller's release, with the game receiving a mixed rating from just under 600 Steam reviews. Oh, God. The reboot did not go down well with Painkiller's creator. I can't read today. Adrian. Ooh, this one's hard. Camilla? Yeah, no. I can't even do it. I can't do it. But speaking of PC games, he went on to say that he played Anshar's reboot in beta. To say he wasn't impressed is putting it mildly. I disagree with every single thing they've done in it. Let me see. How do you pronounce this? Can I search with Google? I would not have guessed this. Kamailarsh. Huh. Not me doing the same search. Okay, Kamailarsh. Kamailarsh? Okay. Adrian Kamailarsh. Okay, we got it. This is the important part of growing. Oh, man. How do you turn it off? Can you turn it off? Nah, I do use it from time to time. Like I said, when it's used as a tool to enhance and to use certain things, I take his awards. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, when AI is used as a tool, I'm behind it. It's just, again, all these other things, man. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I do use AI here to here from time to time. Like, for instance, when I needed to have this light developed, just to show you guys. Let me know if you guys get flashbanged. Is it this way? It should be this way. Hold on. Let me do this, so you guys can see the thing I had to 3D print out. And then nope. The camera is fighting me, trying to find me. Hold on. Can it not go this way? It might not be able to go this way. Anyways, let me see if I can go the other way. Let's try this again. I'll show you guys another time. But it's essentially a light cover that I have for the light right next to me. And I had to 3D print that and do the measurements and actually pay someone to actually design it for me. And I couldn't do all the measurements by myself, and I needed it done in a very, very short span of time. So I ended up having to use AI for that, just because I myself am not a designer. And going back with the first one was like, it was 3 a.m. for him and 3 p.m. for me. So I had to do a bunch of different calculations in a short span of time. That's what I use it for. In terms of that, like I said, I use it for research and as a tool. But yeah, literally to do things that I can't do with another human being. But what was I gonna say? Now, Kamailarsh is familiar with Anshire Studios, stating that they're great guys. They do a lot of outsourcing work. Every now and then they attempt to make their own game again, and I appreciate that. However, he describes the new Painkiller as a skinwalker, adding it with the name Painkiller, but it has nothing to do with Painkiller. Oh, Nightmares, thank you for being on a 3-stream streak. I appreciate you, bro. But this isn't entirely true. Both games are first-person shooters, and Anshar's reboot shares the theme of battling hordes, demons, and afterlife. Plus, its weapon roster is taken directly from the 2004 shooter, expanded upon the creative alt-fires so people can fly this game. And I guess this is a trailer. Let me pull that up for you guys. That's 34 seconds. Nice, nice. Change this around for y'all. What's up, Rebon? I can definitely see the Doom influence here. Could definitely see the Doom and Left 4 Dead influence there. Painkiller in short feels like a mashup of Quake, Serious Sam, but with demons. Hey, I've played those franchises. That's cool. But I guess this one with the whole Left 4 Dead aspect and them trying to add Doom elements, it didn't sound like you needed it. It sounded like it was already in that same genre. So them, I guess, leaning a little too heavily into Doom Eternal mechanics and Left 4 Dead. I didn't play it, so I can't really speak on whether or not the game was good or bad, or whether or not they lean too heavily in these themes. So I just gotta take people's word for it before I do my own research. But that said, it's true that the games are structurally very different, and it's this which Adrian has an issue with. I will never understand why you're taking the IP and then sort of turning it around. What's the point here? You grab the IP because you believe the IP had something, but there's no traces of the DNA of that IP in your game. That's weird to me. The new game is 50% off Steam right now already? Jesus. But in addition, he also has issues with the new Painkiller's tone. Half of what Painkiller was about was the atmosphere, and Painkiller was treating himself seriously. You can laugh at that. That's fair. So it wasn't the best, but at least it gave you the idea that people who made it believed in it, believed in that world, and wanted you to have more horror experiences than a silly game that's going to be filled with one-liners and explosions. Oof. That's got to be unfortunate. But ultimately, he believes that games are so different that, like Arcane being forced to call its System Shock successor Prey, and Shard naming its game Painkiller harmed the game's commercial chances. That makes so much more sense, that being a System Shock successor, than it is a Prey game. That makes a lot more sense. If I remember correctly, the second Prey game was supposed to have you being like an intergalactic bounty hunter going through and hunting down aliens, because the first one was about a Native American family experiencing what it was like being abducted by aliens. So that makes a lot more sense. That would have tied into it nicely instead of what the new Prey ended up being. I think if I use generative AI to make my feed pics, it'll go this viral. Maybe. At that point, you just game in the system. Oh, you know what? What if we see people making OnlyFans pages using completely just AI? What would happen? Do you think people would have an adverse reaction and demand a refund if they found out you were using AI to enhance your OnlyFans photos? Anyways, we're losing the plot. So they said if they called it something that actually else, they would have sold more copies. It would actually be much more positive. And he has since moved on from Painkiller. Though many of his subsequent games have featured strands of his design, his current project is Witchfire. Witchfire has been really fun. I have Witchfire. I played that game a lot. It's been good. The long gestating RPG shooter that released as an Epic exclusive in 2023 and landed in the Steam early access last year. Witchfire's latest update, The Reckoning, released last week. Though the developer, the Astronauts, quickly had to amend it due to its new world corruption feature unbalancing the experience so much that, according to Lars, it made the game switch genres. Interesting. Speaking of big updates, though, that's our Painkiller news. I don't know if anybody else plays Painkiller in here. Like I said, I played a bit of the first one, but I haven't played any of the rest of the series. I know Rage chimed in. I don't know, man. It's just truly unfortunate to see a game like that, especially as a creator, to see them kind of just come in and butcher your vision. That's gotta suck. Okay, so how do I want to go into this? League of Legends is reportedly coming in 2027 with a major overhaul. And then once we're done, it should be the best time ever to get your friends in the league. And I have to say, do not get your friends in the league. That game has more salty players and toxic people than Facebook has ads. Do not get your friends in the league. Witchfire is cool, but he pissed me off. They released as early access on Epic, and then they said that's where they'd stay, and then sales dried up and opened up on Steam as early access later. Bought on Epic because it was exclusive. That developer pissed me off with that move. Smells of greed. I wouldn't doubt it. Would not doubt it. That Epic exclusivity, man. Everybody takes it for money and for a deal at first, and then when that Epic money stops drying up because Epic, it's just not as big as Steam. It's just not as big as Steam. People open the launcher, get their free game, and close the launcher if they're not playing Fortnite or grabbing an Epic exclusive. Steam is just a better launcher, so that's where most of the people are going to be. I wouldn't doubt that's why that happened. But Riot has big plans for attracting new players to its aging MOBA. This game is also ran on so much spaghetti coding. This is majorly overdue. People have been begging them for a League of Legends 2 to overhaul the engine in some meaningful way. They said they're never doing a League of Legends 2, so I guess this is the next closest best thing. Hopefully this increases some stability in the game, because for those who don't know, I've seen it all the time because I have friends who play League, and I used to play it quite often. But this game would crash upon startup. There would be bugs and glitches with champions that are 5 years old. Some of them from as long as the game has been around. And just finding out more and more how the game operates, how unoptimized it is, and how many issues that it has. Especially with balancing, but to be fair, there's like more than 120 champions in the game, so that game was never going to have good balancing after that. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, LOL, Overwatch, Valorant, if you like toxic bathe in their bullshit. Yeah. And 2 of those coming from the same developer. Keep in mind, this is the same company who was also implicated during the who also has sexual harassment lawsuits and things going on during that whole Activision Blizzard lawsuit. A lot of other companies got exposed during that time too, but Activision Blizzard was the biggest one. It was Riot and Ubisoft and a few others too that got implicated in some cases during that time. It was wild, man. But going forward, a new Bloomberg report says Riot Games is currently working on an update in League of Legends known internally as League Next that will be the biggest in the game's history. The overhaul of League's visual aesthetic, as Bloomberg put it, will impact characters, battle arenas, and interface, and is aimed at making the game more welcoming for new players. Yeah, Bonk, a lot of that came out during that time, but to be fair, it's hard to top the Cosby Suite Blizzard had. I want to remind you, they had a suite of the hotel they call it the Cosby Suite. It's unbelievable. Anyways, League of Legends has a reputation for being rough on newcomers. That's putting it lightly, which is probably inevitable for a game that's been around for 16 years. To put that in perspective, you could have started playing before the COVID-19 pandemic hit and still be 10 years behind the real veterans. That's a big hump to overcome, but Riot needs to surmount it. LoL is still one of the biggest and most successful video games on the planet. The 2025 Worlds had a prize pool of $5 million. That was the base prize pool. But the existing player base is getting older and there aren't a lot of newbies jumping in. Yeah, not only is this game hard, but a lot of the community is toxic. It is not rewarding as a new player to come in and play League. If you come in and play League, it's either because your friends roped you into it, like it's some sort of pyramid scheme. You watched Arcane, maybe played 2XKO now, or just you want to try it because it looks good. Because on paper, I want to stress this, on paper, League of Legends is a great game on paper. And a lot of the times what leads to a lot of the issues with the game is the community. Hands down, it is without a doubt the community. Same thing with Dota, same thing with Overwatch, same thing with what's going on in Marvel Rivals right now, which we'll be playing later. It's just how toxic the communities can be. But if you're playing, let me put this perspective for those who haven't played League of Legends or don't know what a MOBA is. You're spending, on average, 30 minutes to an hour playing a 5v5 with complete strangers in a game where there's hundreds of champions in there, and you have to know not only what each champion does, but how their abilities interact with your abilities, your teammates' abilities. You have to figure out how to push a lane without getting ganked by the enemy's jungler. Oh wait, but also mid is rotating. Oh wait, but no, somebody came from top lane to bottom lane to come and gank you. You were supposed to know that this person had a map-wide teleport. Also, you're supposed to know that this person does way more damage to towers. So because you left lane for 3 seconds, now your lane is gone. It's a lot. It's a lot of information to ask for anybody coming in and playing. And the tutorial is ass. It's not good. The new player onboarding experience is not fun in that game, and you're spending probably almost an hour of your time getting beat on every game and trying to figure out what each and every individual champion does. So the best guide, unfortunately, for League of Legends is going to be watching YouTube videos, getting beat on, and rinsing and repeating until you start to catch on. So that's why they're kind of doing this overhaul partially to try and get this new player onboarding experience easier, I would suspect, and the game to run better, because again, this game does not run well at all. If you're trying to share your screen with this game in Discord, your stream will crash. For one of my friends, his entire PC will crash if he tries to share this game while he's playing on it in Discord. It's crazy. Yeah, you said oddly Dota 2 is toxic, but it's not as bad as LoL. And Blizzard also had the pub crawl in their offices among cubicles or doing something. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I had to put that in perspective for people who may not have touched a MOBA, don't know what a MOBA is, multiplayer online battle arena. That's what it stands for. And they're typically some of the most sweatiest, some of the most high skill ceiling games, and even skill floor that you will come across. So while it is very rewarding to get good at them, very fun to just come in and dumpster a whole entire enemy team, it almost sucks just as badly being on the receiving end of that. It's a game with higher highs and lower lows, almost to the point where some people get a little bit addicted off that adrenaline rush from winning and for overcoming those obstacles and getting snowballed constantly. A lot of people end up having a love-hate relationship with the game as a result. And now the continued success of League is vital to Riot because it struggled on other fronts. In early 2024, it laid off 530 employees and closed Riot Forge, which is an initiative it launched in 2019 to make a single-player League of Legends games in partnership with external studios. The games that emerged from that program, including Ruin King, Mage Seeker, Bandle Tale, Song of Nunu, and Convergence, were generally well received, but have failed to attract significant audiences. I'm still thinking of like the Blizzard stuff and the Cosby Suites. Oh my god. I really didn't see much from these besides the fact that if people played any of these, that they were revealed pretty well. I don't know if the marketing was there or if the budget was there to have enough for the marketing. But I do know that single player games, like this article says, were well received, because anytime I heard of one or anytime I saw one, I was like, oh, that looks nice. And I just never played it. But people always had good things to say about them. Another round of layoffs at Riot followed in October as Riot co-founder Mark Merrill indicated that the studio was looking back on its foundational mobile for future success. This isn't about reducing headcount to save money. And it's about making sure we have the right expertise so that League continues to be great for another 15 years and beyond. While team effectiveness is more important than team size, the League team will eventually be even larger than it is today as we develop the next phase of League. After the next Bloomberg report went out, Riot posted a video that didn't exactly deny what was in it, pointedly entitled "A Look at Some of Our Plans for League After 2026." The video has executive producer Paul Pedro Beleza and head of studio Andre Medler Van Roon acknowledging the studio has been working on some bigger updates to League. For starters, we're making a brand new game client that's fully integrated with the in-game experience rather than being a separate application like today. Beleza then jumps in to say we're also revamping Summoner's Rift with entirely new visuals and a bit of new gameplay, and then adds pointedly that Riot is overhauling a new player experience, so that once we're done, it should be the best time ever to get your friends in the League. What's up, Liv? We're just going over this gaming news. Hope you're doing well. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, y'all. I shouldn't be blowing my nose into the mic like that. Next time I'll just mute myself. He said shortly after the Cosby thing, you had a coworker that wore sweaters all the time. I called him Cosby and posted memes in his cubicle every time he wore a sweater. And you beat that poor man in submission. He stopped wearing sweaters like for years, never wore one again. I feel good and bad about my actions, but I regret nothing. That's crazy. That's crazy. Someone's got to say it. Rage, you're an asshole, man. Hey, yo. Someone's got to say it. That's crazy. Bullying a man and not wearing sweaters anymore? Insane. But we're doing well, Liv. We're doing well. We're just talking about League of Legends and how they're trying to overhaul the new experience for new players. Because again, another game recently that was worked on by apparently some ex-League developers. Let me see here. I just read it. Yeah, the irony is that Riot's co-domination in the mobile space alongside Valve's Dota 2 has made life extremely difficult for newcomers. Supervive was the name of the game, developed by a team of Riot veterans. And it released just 5 months ago. This game was actually very fun. It was a MOBA battle royale of MOBA elements. So that same type of top-down view that you get in a MOBA, using your different abilities, catching gear throughout the match, and then fighting other champions and trying to be the last one to survive. There's like 1v1s for like your solo modes, and you can have a team of up to 3 people, I want to say. yeah, that game died. And unfortunately, because they announced earlier this week that it'll close down in February. It's just saddening, man. My rule is it's okay to be an asshole as long as it's funny. Fair enough. But Seekers of Skyvale, which I don't even know what this game is, had an even shorter lifespan. Gigantic Rampage Edition is literally 0 players on Steam. I remember when they announced Gigantic, the first time around, it did really well. Well, I don't even say really well. It had an audience, but then they shut down because they weren't quite making enough money for Microsoft. Microsoft was publishing them. And then that's around the time people started hating Overwatch and other games like that. I want to say a few months to a year later. So if they would have just held out, they would have probably found their audience. Smite was still around. It's still big. I want to say Paragon had just came onto the field. So it was a lot of games vying for attention. So it probably just wasn't turning enough players initially. But then they came back and now has 0 players on Steam. And Amazon recently opted to sell March of the Giants to Ubisoft rather than release it. League of Legends may be aging out, but whether there's an appetite for some kind of League 2.0 remains to be seen. I can definitely say that people have been begging them for League 2.0 for years now. League players want more League. Contrary to what they might be telling you, as much as they hate the game, they want more League. They can't get off of it. It's like watching somebody in a toxic relationship. I know people who've uninstalled the game and have gone right back. I know people who've sworn off the game and have gone right back. I know some people who were successfully able to get away, and some people who very rarely will play a match. But there's going to be an audience for League for a very long time. The only thing that's going to kill League is League or somebody who finally has enough money to contend with them in the space and offer a different experience. That, I think the closest thing to that will be Deadlock that Valve has going on, because it's catching a lot of MOBA players. People who like Dota, people who like League, people who like Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, who may be looking for that type of skill ceiling, that type of optimal playing coming from Valve. It's currently, I want to say, not fully released, but almost like an early access format where they're constantly updating the game and working on it. Champions are getting redesigned. Part of the maps are getting redesigned. The map used to be 4 lanes, now it's 3. It's a lot going on there. I think that would be probably the closest thing we have to somebody contesting Dota 2 and League, and funnily enough, it's coming from Valve. So, speaking of sequels though, and new games and overhauls, Hogwarts Legacy 2 can apparently feature online multiplayer. I remember the first game being a smash hit. I enjoyed it myself. A lot of people had great things to say about it, even with the whole J.K. Rowling controversy. A lot of people ended up buying it. A lot of people ended up playing it. So I know there's going to be some people who are kind of like interested in the fact that this game is going to have multiplayer. People repping in different houses like they're repping gangs. But a new job listing suggests that developers could be working on the proper online multiplayer infrastructure for Hogwarts Legacy 2. Again, this hasn't been fully confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt right now, but I'd say it's very likely. Now, details about Hogwarts Legacy's highly anticipated sequel have been scarce, but the only thing we know is that the game is in production. With the amount of success Hogwarts Legacy has witnessed, it would be foolish not to provide it with a sequel. Additionally, with a new game, developers can add features the original game didn't have, and it seems exactly what they're doing with the online multiplayer. I'd say they definitely need a win. Warner Bros. Specifically, because after... Yo, Shaggy, 35 months in a row. Jesus, for the sub. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. He said, don't worry, Max. Highgar will come in and save the hero shooter MOBA genres. Oh, my God.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
That's what we're going to be saying when that game, the headline comes out that it flopped. Funnily enough, I hope that game is good. As much as we don't want it, as much as it looks generic and it looks like just another hero shooter MOBA hybrid, I hope it's good. I'm going to keep an open mind because it is free. But at the same time, it would not surprise me if that game was absolute dog shit. I'm not holding my breath. But this is spotted by Game Rant. The suggestion that Hogwarts Legacy 2 could feature online multiplayer comes from a new job listing for a senior software engineer at Avalanche Studios. And the listing states that they would be welcoming an employee to the team behind the blockbuster open world action RPG Hogwarts Legacy. Additionally, the job description section states that the developer will be working on an online multiplayer RPG. And coming to the requirements section, this listing states that the senior software engineer will be responsible for design, implement, and maintain scalable and secure backend services, including player data persistence, matchmaking lobbies, and server infrastructure. Now, I do wonder what's going to happen to this game if they go through with the Netflix buyout, if they would end up canceling it, or if somebody would come in and start cleaning them out and this ends up in some sort of limbo. Because if that deal ends up going through, For instance, like the whole Batman Arkham series, what's going to happen in the Shadow of Mordor series, that franchise, and the franchise that coined and brought up the Nemesis system. But what's going to happen in the games like, well, I know one was probably curious about Gotham Knights, but flops like Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, that game, those games, and just other games that release and other avenues they've released. I wonder what's going to happen with this one, or if this is going to come out before that deal fully goes through. Now, some questions remain unanswered, such as whether this is indeed a listing for Hogwarts Legacy sequel or a different online multiplayer RPG project entirely, as Avalanche is working on other games as well. Also, if it is Hogwarts Legacy 2, will the whole game feature online multiplayer from start to finish, or only in some game modes, such as possible Quidditch mode? In other news, Hogwarts Legacy has now sold over 40 million copies across all platforms. Additionally, the game received official mod support earlier this year. You said you were watching a streamer and they were saying it's Concord 2, and they found multiple people that worked on Concord. They're working on Highguard. Ooh, that's a it's a bit of a red flag right there. You said they were working on Concord and now they're working on Highguard.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
So wait, it's been in development for 4 years. They saw what happened to Concord and they were like, it's fine. Oh geez. Now I'm one of the rare people who will probably share this unpopular opinion, is that I thought Concord was decent. Of course, the hero designs are overly generic, but the world and the lore itself was very interesting. But again, I'm a big lore buff, so I'm a little biased in that regard. However, the gameplay itself was actually decent and there wasn't anything wrong gameplay-wise. Have we seen it before? Yeah. But did it do an okay job of it? Yeah. Should it have been lower in price? Yeah. It had a lot going against it, plus the marketing, unfortunately. Sony didn't promote the game as much as they should have. And once somebody took a screenshot and posted that they had less than 1,000 players initially, because first and foremost, nobody knew the game was even out yet, it was curtains from there. It was never going to have any success after that screenshot went viral the way that it did. But again, I admit I'm a little biased, and I do think that game had some potential. Would it have been a smash hit? I don't think it ever would have been. But I do want to see more of that world and hope it comes back in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, and the fact that Highguard would be free, so while everybody's on the internet making fun of it, saying that, oh, this game is going to be ass, it's going to crash and burn, you're going to see them boot up Highguard. You're absolutely going to see some people who said this game is going to be trash boot it up. You're absolutely going to see them play it. Why? Because it's free. Concord will also probably still be around if it was free, funnily enough. But again, that brings its whole can of worms of how monetization is going to work, how they're going to make money off of it, and so on and so forth, right? Our last two articles for the day, I'm bringing this one up because we were just talking about money, and it's an article I also reported on beforehand. One thing I like to do is I like to stay fairly accurate. I try to not to be as biased as possible, as humanly possible, but sometimes I am. I try to let you guys know when I am, though, whether or not I know something, whether or not I don't. Beforehand, I reported on an article earlier this year that came out from Bloomberg that said that one of the biggest reasons we might have been seeing all these different horrible business practices come from Microsoft is because they had a 30% mandate to increase their profit margins coming down from a CFO by the name of Amy Hood. And it turns out that might not actually be the case, because Microsoft has come out and directly debunked that it sets a 30% profit margin goal for Xbox games. You said, in fairness, though, the paid beta for Concord had more players than the free beta test of it. Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know why that happened. But Microsoft has debunked past claims that it told its gaming division at Xbox that it must target a 30% profit margin. Now, this debunking came as part of a new CNBC report that spoke with Microsoft about multiple issues and reports that the company has seen over the past year. CNBC acknowledges that a Bloomberg report said Microsoft has set its gaming division Xbox with an ambitious goal of achieving a 30% profit margin, which has led to layoffs and canceled projects. According to Bloomberg, the target was set by Microsoft's chief financial officer, Amy Hood, who said that the company's 30% target was accountability margins across the company, including Xbox. The report was subsequently backed up by other industry figures who said they had heard similar news of the ambitious targets. The 30% is much higher than the industry standard, which averages 17 to 22%. Some of these numbers, I believe, were taken during COVID too, when gaming was exploding. And that's when everybody was in the house, nobody was going out, everybody was ordering food, buying games, starting to become a streamer, buying computers. And so they were trying to set this previous high to beat that high. Now, in response to the rumor, Microsoft reportedly told CNBC that while the company does set ambitious goals, the reported 30% profit margin target was incorrect. Xbox has had a tough year with the thousands of jobs impacted and several projects canceled, including initiatives Perfect Dark, whereas Everwild and ZeniMax's MMO under the codename Blackbird, which they said they loved, by the way. They said they really liked this MMO and it blew them away, and then they canceled it. I'll never forgive them for that, because the MMO genre has been so stagnant over the last decade and desperately needs a shakeup. I'll just make it make sense, man. But with everything Microsoft is going through, the raising of Game Pass, the increase in the console prices, the layoffs, the canceling of these games, it would have at least made sense if it was due to unrealistic goal they couldn't necessarily obtain, which is exactly why you would get these types of crazy business decisions and impact that you are seeing with Microsoft. Keep in mind, like as this article states, last week it was announced Xbox would not be having an Xbox Wrap this year due to budget constraints. So if it's not a 30% mandate and increased profits, what is it? But what could it be? Why is it just corporate greed? Because a lot of the times that's the answer. Is it mismanagement? Why exactly are they going through all these crazy business decisions if it's not 30%? Is it 25%? Because they're not saying what their actual goal is here. We know the goal is for them to make more money, but what exactly are they doing to go about it? And how much more money are they trying to make? There's just so many more unanswered questions here, because if it's not 30%, what if it was something crazy like 25? We just don't know. And it's currently unclear whether Bloomberg will redact or offer more insight into Microsoft's ambitious goals. But should we get more information? Oh, they would update the article. All the studios they purchased that didn't have pending releases to make up for the expense. Yeah. Tango Gameworks being one of the bigger casualties, unfortunately. Some of Arcane studios got shut down after Redfall flopped. Just so many crazy things and crazy games. And yeah, not drop total available cash they had, so they shrink up to maintain their valuation. Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest consequences that came from the Activision Blizzard deal. All the spare money and spare resources they would have had, unfortunately, when they started having to cut off the fat, trim the fat, cut off studios, fire people. It's just sad to see, man. You always hate to hear people losing their jobs and games and projects being canceled. And one of the bigger parts of that Perfect Dark cancellation is that the voice actress who was doing the voice acting for the main operative of Perfect Dark Zero, the main character, she found out the game was canceled the same time we did. And she's terrified that they're going to end up cutting her off from playing Lara Croft, because she's doing the voice acting for Lara Croft currently right now before those games come out. And tomorrow they could just come out and cancel those games too. So she is terrified of that happening. I read that article last week on stream for those who didn't see it. But the last article of the day, and confusing decisions. Halo Studios, the studio formerly known as 343 Studios before they had to change the name because they couldn't make a good Halo game, is now planning to remake the original Halo trilogy. Just to play server AI is crazy. So right now, we already know they're remaking the first game, calling it Campaign Evolved. It won't have multiplayer. It'll be from the ground up remake of the first Halo game and a new engine with some different changes, which is also confusing because we have the Master Chief Collection, which kind of does this already, where you have the old school visuals with the new enhanced visuals, and you can toggle back and forth between those two now. And that has multiplayer and an online component. Along with things like Forge and mods, and it just makes me wonder who is this for and what they're doing, because they also have multiple live service Halo games in the works currently. I don't know what's going on, but let's read about how this may be a thing that's happening. And this isn't fully confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt. Just keeping you guys informed of what possibly could be happening right now. So a couple months ago, there was a leak about Halo Studios remaking the campaigns for Halo 2 and Halo 3 with a mainline Halo 7 in development that will feature multiplayer. Now another insider has reiterated these leaks alongside with some additional details. Can I just get a quick temperature check of the room? Are you guys excited at the thought of them remaking the original Halo trilogy or even buying a Halo 7? Did you guys play Infinite? the last Halo game I really enjoyed was probably Reach. Like, I had some fun with Infinite here and there. I played it online. I didn't hate it. It was decent. I just think they fumbled a bit with the post-launch content. But as far as the actual multiplayer experience, it was decent. The rest of them, 4 or 5. This new one, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Halo Studios, tell me you don't have any new ideas, and I'll tell me you don't have any new ideas. It's just weird, man. Can we get a new IP? Is that too much to ask? I don't want to see a Halo 10 because we're getting dangerously close to seeing a Halo 10. I don't want to get it that far. Can we get something different? Can we get a new shooter? Can we take the people who are working on High Guard and just finally get them to finish Titanfall 3? Because they were originally doing that before Apex exploded. Can we get something? I don't want to see another Halo game. I don't want to see 10 more Halo games coming out. I'd rather not. They can make a new IP called Halo and Destiny. Oh my god. So let's see what else we got here, right? So Halo Trilogy remakes reportedly in the works to ensure Halo's new era doesn't fail. This is sounding like the exact opposite of failing. Who asked for this? The latest bit of information on the Halo Trilogy remakes comes through a new video by Rebs Gaming on YouTube. He first talks about the post by Halo Leaks, which had mentioned Halo 2 and 3 getting full campaign remakes. Rebs then discusses Dan 90. I think that's how you pronounce this, right? Because I believe when you see the G in like this, it's pronounced as just the N, the G is silent. Anyways, he joined Halo Studios as a lead game designer on a new project, which turned out to be the Halo CE remake. Dan has also seemingly teased that the trilogy is being remade in his LinkedIn post. It's always LinkedIn, which reads, doing a game direction on a Halo experience, giving the Covenant back their bomb. However, this is just speculation. Rebs then points at another source that has mentioned Halo Trilogy remakes, which is Technical Halo on Twitter, and Rebs has talked about their post from 2024, which states that Halo Studios decided to resell the entire series rather than importing the Master Chief Collection of PlayStation for a higher potential revenue. And the plan was to remake Halo Campaign Evolved to Halo 3. Additionally, the leaker stated the Halo 2 and 3 remakes will also launch from the same game. But it sounds similar to what Call of Duty was doing with some of their games, where they had just one main HUD, and as they came out, they added them into that game. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. On one hand, I don't want to sound super negative about the concept of something like this, but also have to be very realistic about the fact that most people who like Halo are not asking for this. They're asking for a new Halo game with the Flood or something different. Like, again, Halo Infinite was not necessarily a bad game. It's just they fumbled with it post-launch with the content. The multiplayer experience is cool. This does not excite me, though. And Rebs also did some digging of his own on a Halo Trilogy remake. He first spoke to a former Halo Studios developer who also revealed that the studio is indeed remaking the original games, but didn't share more details due to an NDA. Another source confirmed the remakes, along with the reason why Halo Studios is remaking games rather than creating new experiences. The source stated that Microsoft and Halo Studios want to ensure Halo's new era doesn't fail, so they are playing it safe and avoiding risks. The teams want to avoid making another Halo game, which would draw heavy criticism from OG fans. Hence, they are playing it safe by remaking the original Halo games as they can't afford to fail again. And the original Halo games were so successful that many fans still play them. And Rebs added that this statement doesn't mean developers aren't working on a new Halo project. There are different teams in the studio, with some working on only campaign remakes and others on a multiplayer project. He said most people who like Halo have moved on. That's what this feels like. That's what this feels like. Them trying to recapture the glory and Halo's prime. But I also know if you remake Halo 1 through 3 and remake these campaigns, and this trilogy is an absolute fire, people are going to be on this game and on this trilogy. Imagine all the grifters and people who love making content, hateful content, negative content about games like this, seeing this and realizing it's going to be free clicks. They're handing you the check if this series and trilogy ends up being trash. It's a free video. Hell, you can make multiple videos on that and then milk it until the next one comes out. And then the next one, because after the first one comes out, there's 2 more. Those would be my clothes being done. It's fairly interesting to see potentially this tone deaf of a remake. So again, Readers should know this information doesn't come from an official source, so take it with a grain of salt. Official confirmation about a Halo Trilogy remake will only come through the developers. But in other news, Halo Infinite is ending support with the developers moving on to multiple projects. Additionally, the GTA 6 delay could impact the Halo remake, Gears of War E-Day, and the next Call of Duty. So we'll have to wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to take this opportunity to take a quick break, a quick intermission here, just to go and grab my clothes out of the dryer, and then we'll come back and play some Marvel Rivals. Again, I'm never the person who likes to hope things fail, but every time I see a company doing dumb shit, then I'm like, what could you have possibly expected? Your fans been telling you for years now they want something different, a unique experience, what they want from Halo. They're literally telling you what they want from Halo, and the first thing you decide to do is go and remake the original trilogy? And that's if this is true. We already know the first one is coming, but who knows? We might see something different. They say they have multiple projects in the work, a new Halo game, so hopefully that ends up being good. We'll have to wait and see. Because I did play a lot of Halo growing up. I played 1, I played 2, I played 3, I played Halo Wars 1, I played Halo Wars 2, I played ODST, I played Reach, I played a bit of 4, and barely any of 5. Played Infinite, but way before I got into fighting games, I was a kid who played a lot of shooters. So like Halo, Gears of War, Call of Duty. I played Quake. I played Serious Sam just recently. Like I liked shooters. I enjoy shooters. Played Unreal Tournament. Played Titanfall. Played Apex. Ball and gun gamer. Shut the up, Rayvon. Let me stop playing. You know I love you, Rayvon. Anyways, though, I'll be back. I'll be grabbing my clothes, and we'll be playing some Marvel Rivals. So until then, you guys take it easy. Should take me like 5 minutes, if that.
Alarm. Tsunami integrity has been breached. Scanning for virus. Viral entity identified. Joker. Viral removal program initiated.
What happens when a game becomes real and none of the rules apply? For a young sorcerer named Tsukasa, the virtual world of the game has become his reality.
Where am I?
Inside, Tsukasa can fight, make friends, feel pain.
Tsukasa.
The only thing he can't do is log out. Enter the world of God Hack Sign, premiering Saturday, February 1st at 3.
Let me go!
Hate the game, not the player.
Why me?
Only Toonami.
This place is a town of forgetfulness.
40 years ago, everything we knew was destroyed. The face of the planet changed forever.
There isn't anyone who really knows exactly what did happen.
The survivors left without memories. In the aftermath, a new society is formed.
I perform a much-needed job here in the city of amnesia.
In Paradigm City, the rich close themselves into giant domes, while the poor must live without protection. But one man stands for something more, and he does it in serious style.
As a professional, I just try to do my best.
His name is Roger Smith, the Negotiator.
Try this. It goes against my principles, but I don't have a choice.
His allies, an android, a butler,
It's up to me.
and Big O.
It's showtime.
When they start a job, they always see it through.
Rest in peace. Bye-bye.
Enemies of Paradigm City, beware. There's a new robot on the block.
You're not going anywhere. You crazy little fool. You're gonna get yourself killed. Time to finish this.
Big O, starting Monday, April 2nd at 5:30. Good guys still wear black. Only Toonami.
Hey there, it's your old pal Tom. Got some big news, but let's get the big guy to help me out.
Get ready.
Playtime is over for you girls.
Starting March 17th, Toonami's got the new deal.
Let's do it.
New Tom, new Absolution, new shows. Same old goodness. The battle begins with G Gundam at 5.
I've seen that technique.
5:30. All new Dragon Ball Z.
What I represent can never be destroyed.
6. The Spirit Detective Yu Yu Hakusho. And at 6:30, the premiere of The Wandering Samurai, Rurouni Kenshin.
And so the true battle finally begins.
Ooh, it's so sweet.
He always makes it sound so good. Hey, don't forget to log on to Toonami.com and check the exclusive online comic. Find out how I got this new look. It's a bit of a tale. See you March 17th. Later.
I'm gonna make sure that we capture every one of those cards.
For Sakura Avalon, life was all boys and schoolwork.
Does everyone know what their assignments are?
But an ancient book in the basement has changed everything.
You gotta expect things when you least expect them.
When the cloud book opened, the world felt its fury. Now, Sakura and her friends must defeat the cloud cards one by one before they destroy the world. The greatest sorcerer on the planet is a 10-year-old girl, and the only thing scarier than battling the cards is doing her homework. These are the Guardians of Earth. Card Captors, Monday, June 4th at 5. It's all in the cards.
You are a card captor now.
Kids love it. In the year 2039, Gotham City has no heroes. Its people, no hope. Its youth, no future.
Evening, boys and girls. Who's up for some laughs?
Terry McGinnis was part of the problem.
You can't control your temper, and you'd better if you expect to get anywhere in life.
Yeah, I'll be a big success, just like you.
Until a moment of violence brought him to the door of a man named Bruce Wayne.
Let's put a smile on his face.
Leave him alone. Once known as the Batman.
Man, you're something. You okay?
Now, the Dark Knight will rise again to drive the shadow of evil from the streets of Gotham. Let's go! Supervillains, beware. There's a new Batman in town. Batman Beyond. Weeknights at 6:30.
You're pretty strong for some clown who thinks he's Batman. I am Batman.
Justice returns to Gotham.
Welcome to my world.
Only Toonami. In an effort to dominate robotic warfare, the secret organization Black Ghost has transformed these 9 humans into cybernetic soldiers. The problem is, nobody asked them.
We were kidnapped off the street so you could remodel us.
There's no escape. Surrender to your fate.
Cyborg 009, starting Monday, June 30th at 6.
How did I do all this?
Being human ain't all that.
They came and kidnapped Gohan.
They're a stealing child for the key to immortality. But now they must face his father, Goku.
Where's Gohan, you cat fitted?
His spiritual son. Pray for those who took him. The battle for our planet begins again. Dead Cell, Friday, December 20th at 6. Only Toonami.
There's no one we can keep.
The Eternal Dragon has granted a wish that could destroy the Earth. After half a century of imprisonment, Dr. Willow is free. Only his evil brain has survived.
Who is the strongest fighter in the world?
To take over the planet, he needs the perfect vessel for his brilliant mind.
You're crazy if you think I'm gonna let you get your hands on my brain.
Your body belongs to me.
He needs the world's strongest fighter. Goku's gonna give it to him.
I know he's still alive. Even after all of that?
Go and attack the intruder.
presents a special 1-hour Dragon Ball Z movie, The World's Strongest. Next, only Toonami. From the deepest reaches of space,
Some darkness approaching.
the ultimate enemy has arrived.
I have a bad feeling about all this.
Their single purpose, destroy our world.
Let's plant this thing.
From the seeds of destruction, a new threat has arisen. A tree with the power to enslave a planet.
The tree of might will leave Earth withered up and dry.
7 heroes are all that stand in its way.
I won't let the Earth be destroyed. Power up! Bring it on! You want some of these flyers? Energy blast!
Friday, the battle for Earth begins.
Come on.
Tree of Might. Friday, December 15th at 5. Only Toonami.
Jack, you will not take this planet! Let's go! Draw strength from your anger. Get furious! You can walk in and just take our place. But you forgot one thing. I might...
Gotta love those Toonami clips, man. Gotta love those Toonami clips. That is one of those things that truly just has not been replaced or replicated. Like, we have different apps like Crunchyroll, we had Funimation, and a few other different ways of experiencing anime, but I think Toonami was one of those things where if you didn't see it, you truly just had to be there. You truly just had to be there. If that's something you didn't experience growing up, that is something you absolutely miss out on. Because it reminds me just... So, for instance, we talked about AI earlier. We talked about the importance of not losing your creative spark. And a little bit of the commodification of just different media and experiences as a whole. Because, for instance, one of the things I remember getting my actual future wife bought it for me. Let me show you guys real quick. Was... this record player. This record player right here. The importance of having physical media and just different ways to experiencing it as a media, because listening to music used to be an actual experience. It used to be something like you could sit around in the living room with your family, play it on a record player, maybe a speaker, and just listen to it and just vibe and have that experience of listening to something together for the first time. And I do think you can still do that with streaming, but having something like this and being able to listen to music on a vinyl and just having the different sides, and because there are artists who do not release their music on streaming services, and you will not find it anywhere unless you buy it physically. Especially for like Japanese city pop or some things like that. Yo, what's up, Redo? I was just telling people about this record player that I have and how music used to be a much more deeper experience. And just how with streaming, we've kind of like lost that aspect of certain arts and certain pieces. Same thing with anime, where it used to come on Toonami and you would watch it that week and then go to school the next week, because it would come on typically what, Fridays or Saturdays, at least for me. Sometimes throughout the week, especially with certain things that came on and changed, you would be able to go to school, talk to people about it. So you had to be there, you had to experience that. And there's a lot more agency to watch it. Since I noticed the record is not plugged in during the conversation, importance and expense. Yeah. I mean, I don't have it plugged in right now. I just have it here right now. I listen to it in the living room. I don't listen to it in this room. I don't listen to my records in this room. I listen to them in the living room. That's where it used to be stored. It wasn't recently until we built the shelf yesterday that I was able to actually put it in here. But I got that up there. I got my vinyls in here too. You see the 3 Days Grace 1X album. I have the Linkin Park one above that one as well, because that's something I'm doing too, like right there. But I'm still collecting them because I still want to get like different forms of music and media that I want to listen to. But obviously, I wouldn't be able to put it up if it was plugged in. Do you go to the gym? You look kind of ripped. I work out for myself here and there. I actually want to get back into being in the gym. I almost bought a vertical record player, so cool looking, but I couldn't justify the price. Yeah, I feel that. That one's a little more affordable. That's like an entry level record player. That's Audio Technica. One of the more affordable ones, entry level, comes with different needles for the actual play in case something happens to the other ones. Comes with a cover, which is one of the most important things because the dust getting on your records and on your vinyls is not record players and on your vinyls is not a good thing. But yeah, right. I used to wrestle, run track, and play rugby, so I guess I'm a little more in shape than the average person would be. Not as good as I used to be, but I still work out just because I want to be one of those people who is still functionally strong, not just aesthetically strong. Like I try to do mobility exercises. I stretch. I recently got a slant board for those who, what's the word for it? Increases your ankle strength and different things of that nature, different tendons, different muscles. I want to start looking and doing Pilates because that also works out other muscles that you don't normally work out. And back when I used to be in ROTC, I would do workouts and we would have like PT, and then you also had something called remedial PT. So it was PT for people who couldn't pass like the ACFT or APT at that time. And what I would do is I would go to PT, because for those who don't know, if you're someone in college or someone looking to go back in college, especially for like different colleges that take older students, you could go in there and they'll cover your tuition. If you actually go into the ROTC program, you can get like the first 2 years for free. And I'd already been to community college, so I was like, oh yeah, I could just finish out my degree and not owe anything. So it was a great idea and a great plan for me. So that's something I did, and that's something I looked into. I went into PT, and so I would do the regular PT, I would do the remedial PT, and then I would work out after that in the gym. And then that would be my workouts pretty much for the entirety of my college career when I lived on campus. Am I enjoying Rivals? Oh, it's pretty good, pretty good. I'm about to get into it. I haven't played yet today, but I've been having a lot of fun with it. You said go to coolgeekaudio.com. You'll see the player I was talking about. But let me take a look at that. Oh, you mean, hold on. Let me show y'all this record player, because this actually does look cool. But yeah, it is expensive as You talking about this one? Oh my god. These colors are cool. What's the maintenance on this thing look like, man? Oh my god. Could you imagine having to make sure nothing happens to this thing? Somebody's 3-year-old running around your house, somebody throws a football and it's just over. I can see why you wouldn't end up immediately buying this. This is almost like a collector's item. But yeah, that's something I still do typically here and there. And the reason I brought up what I used to do in the past and athletics and everything is because it gave me a structure and a foundation to build on in order to stay in shape. So while I'm not in the most absolute rip shape or crazy shape, I can still do enough so that I can properly maintain a decent guideline and a decent foundation. So when I want to push that level again, I can, because I know what to do in order to get back there. So hopefully, what's the word for it? Like stuff like jump rope, I really like doing. Stuff like walking on an incline is better for you than running. For your joints overall. Right now, I just mainly keep it to an exercise bike. I do an hour of cardio every day that I'm not streaming. Otherwise, it's minimum like 30 minutes. Recently stopped going to the gym now. You only train MMA, but I sometimes go to bars in your neighborhood, do some pull-ups and dips. Well, if you can do a pull-up, you're already ahead of a large portion of the population. Because what was it? Like only 2% of people in the world can bench like what? 220? I think that was the stat, if I remember correctly. He said they have the frame exposed CD drives. I think are really cool too. With that vertical record player, is so nice. It looks really nice. It looks really nice. Let me boot up Marvel Rivals so I get caught up. But this is one of the reasons why I say it's so important to maintain that creative spark and maintain different forms of self-expression. Because something like that vertical record player, if everybody was just making the same type of record players and everything looked the same, nothing would be as cool, man. Same thing with streamers, same thing with content creators, same thing with anybody in any field, right? Creativity is a large part of what we do. And even if you're not the most creative person, I guarantee you can come up with a solution no one else thought of because you're uniquely you and your experiences are uniquely your own. Which is why so many people take something like companies switching to AI and coming out and using AI so personally, just to bring the whole conversation like full circle. And even if it's not about that, I think it's just important to have that ability to express yourself and articulate yourself in a manner different from the people around you. Because it allows us to have different conversations and engage with what may be the same thing in different ways. I really do think, unfortunately, as we're advancing technologically, we're also kind of regressing in terms of the arts. Where people are more so chasing gratification instead of the drawn out process of having your vision come to fruition. I played flanker. And what is it? One of my brothers actually got me into playing, and I played temporarily. I didn't play rugby for a super long time, but I played for a season. It was a very fun season. It was I played flanker. He played flanker too, but he also doubled as flanker or wing because he was so fast. He could do both. Me, I liked being all over the field, so that's why I played flanker. I was going around. I was chasing people halfway down the field. I was tackling them, getting up, coming back for the next play, going after the ball, trying to make sure to like. Wherever the ball went, I basically followed. That's how the position was explained to me. Because I wasn't always like the super duper fastest on the team. Though obviously those are typically you're gonna be your wings. I wasn't big enough for a lock or anything else like that. I didn't have enough playmaking to play. It has been so long since I played, I can't remember the position for it, but it was very fun. I enjoy rugby a lot more than I do football because it's almost just nonstop action. The halves are also a little bit longer too. And just the different things. Like if you're on the ground, the play doesn't stop. If someone tackles you in rugby, the play doesn't stop. It keeps going. Like you have an opportunity where somebody has to come up and like form this what's the word for it? I keep forgetting the names because it's been so long since I played. But they basically have to get up and actually protect you to make sure nobody can steal the ball from you. Because if like let's say we're in the open field and none of our teammates around, I tackle you, you got the ball, I give it a few seconds. Now I can get up and actually take the ball from you because when you go down, you have to present the ball. So if their teammates weren't able to catch up with you or be with you, I could just take it from you. It's crazy, man. I play with people like also, what is it? Around my age, twice my age. I play for different teams, which is called whoring in rugby. Playing for different teams, whoring. It was a fun time, man. My very first rugby game, I was a bit of a culture shock to me because I had so much fun playing. A few of my friends came to my games. I think my parents came to one or two. And we had a decent season, but it was very interesting. Like some of the people I played on teams with, they worked in construction. One of them was a detective. Some of them were in the Marines. One of them used to be a cage fighter. Some were cops. Some were firemen. Basically all over the place. We all just liked rugby. It's one of those things where it ends up giving you ties to different people around the world, similar to how, let's say, you and I both found out each other play rugby. We could end up becoming friends off of that, essentially. Unfortunately, though, I just stopped having as much time for it, so I couldn't play as long as I wanted to. Had other things I constantly had to do and other responsibilities. But I did have a really good time playing rugby, and I really did enjoy the team I played with. They were a good bunch of guys. Some of them still hit me up. But I think wrestling, rugby, and track, it'd be hard for me to pick which ones I enjoyed the most because I was lucky enough to end up having people I liked on my teams. Or people that I wrestled with that I liked, or people that I ran track with that I liked. Rugby, same way. I'd say since some of my closest friends are in track, that would probably be like my favorite. But in terms of which one I enjoyed the most, probably rugby. Probably rugby. Track was cool. Wrestling would probably be my favorite, but it was a lot with the weight classes because I wrestled between 3 different weight classes. So my weight always fluctuated.
The halfway point.
I was never able to just comfortably just wrestle because I always had to go back and forth between 3 different weight classes. Sometimes the day before, like one day I'd wrestle 182, and then the next day I'd have to go 160, and then the next day I'd have to go 170, and then 160 again, and then 182 like 2 weeks later. It was a mess.
We have a winner.
It's not always like that, but for me it was. Oh no, she didn't die.
When I awaken, enemies fall. Smoke screen. I am Asgard's.
Oh, thank goodness. I was trying my best not to let that Loki kill me. Not let the Loki, that Hawkeye kill me. Seems like they didn't need me. Did they need a replacement? Why'd the last guy leave? Maybe that Hawkeye made them leave.
I'm a blunt instrument. That's how I like it.
But I was never really someone who considered myself an athlete. I was always like way more nerdy and way more introverted.
Attack. Get ready.
At least not until I started doing sports. Like I didn't get into sports until I want to say my sophomore year of high school.
Onto you, even when you're.
And I really didn't get into the swing of them until that following year, my junior year.
We are for now. But in this business, that can.
I do think they give you a bunch of unforgettable experiences and they allow you to end up interacting with so many different people that they help sharpen your social skills too.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Which is what I liked about them.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Anything that.
Facing Hawkeye to cover lore accurate Punisher. Yeah, I figured he was gonna continuously be a threat, so I figured if I could kind of move forward and pressure him. Since he was missing, once he started missing, I stopped being scared. Once I immediately didn't get shot in the head and die, I stopped being scared.
Battlefield ready again.
No escaping
Heavy weapons.
Let me see if I can kill that Luna.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
They have a Punisher too.
vulnerable than ever.
On the move again.
I also end up in a lot of situations where I have to end up killing a sniper and attacking him in an unfavorable position. So I'm trying to say I'm not new to this, I'm true to this.
Mission area is yours.
Born again.
Let me just. The Hawkeye was shooting me. I thought he got revived too. That's the only reason why I did that. I thought the whole team was gonna be right there. That crosshair is crazy. Not a smart move on my part though. Not a smart move on my part. I think we should wait. I will charge up my ult though, just a little bit. That guy's got to come back. He's about to get killed by the team. Yeah.
Enemy inbound. We don't budge an inch.
I guess we gotta let them have this.
Control lost.
Oh no, Magic, what are you doing? Oh, I think she was just out of position.
Battlefield ready.
What is Adam doing? That guy is gonna have his ult back pretty soon. We needed to push up with him.
Never miss.
I'm not going around that corner. I'm gonna die. All right.
Double kill.
Gonna have to deal with him.
That's 3.
I guess let me try Star-Lord.
Right from one cosmic disaster to the next. Story of my life.
Shields up.
Oh, sweet moves, right?
Got Adam. The only issue with this is that everyone's staying so far back. Everyone's playing so scared. That's why I kind of like tried to move up like the way that I did. You can't headshot me when I'm like this, so.
Sweet moves, right?
Born again!
Force her to ult right there.
Jury! Executioner!
See that?
Yeah. That's good for us though, because we got Adam ult, we got Luna ult, and we got Punisher ult.
Can't keep me down for long.
All from me ulting. That's a good trade. Great trade even. They had to ult to stop me. I just have to hope everybody else can capitalize on that.
Oh, sweet moves, right?
Now we must defend it.
So we got 3 big ults from that.
Loser.
These points are more than halfway done, so I don't know if they'll be able to get their ults right in enough time, essentially. Are they gonna teleport? This is kind of like the types of decisions I have to make.
The area's almost yours.
It's a nice place to land a ship. It's just too bad mine crashed on 3, 2, 1, blast off! Oh, sweet moves, right?
Adam's looking at me. He couldn't see me. He couldn't see me.
Never bring Earth gun. Oh, did you see that? Never miss. Not look happy.
Everyone's dying. Okay, well this isn't gonna work either because I'm not doing enough damage.
You've still got a chance. My time to shine.
Can't keep me down for long.
So what would we need then?
Got something that someone's got to guard the galaxy. Might as well be me.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
If our issue is pushing up, maybe Mr. Fantastic?
When scientific resolutions prove insufficient, giant fists do come in handy.
But they will.
Oh wait, you know what? No, Moon Knight.
I've seen wonders out there in the cosmos.
They're sticking together quite a lot.
Vengeance takes a lot out of a guy.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This forces them to spread out, and this will force the Hawkeye to look at me. And plus, on a map like this probably be a little better than Mr. Fantastic.
We won't run away anymore.
Depending if I can get shots in the Hawkeye or not before he sees me. That's the only thing.
Hostiles coming in fast.
Rise and fall.
Enemies out. Vulnerable than ever. Sword fight.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Again!
Where is he doing that at?
Rise and fall. The moon haunts you.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
That's 3.
One for Steven, one for Jake, one for me.
Wow, 4 in a row.
Conscience. All right, that feels better. Rise and fall.
No, he wants to go. Just doing this to charge my ult now.
Get ready. Enemy located.
Could use some healing.
I am ready to put on a show.
Wounds are gone. Thanks.
Whew, okay.
Against a warrior.
You captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
This was the switch.
I am Asgard's might.
Now they're letting me do what I want. They're not even looking at me since my other team is absorbing so much of the aggro, so I could just keep pressing buttons essentially.
eye on you.
Never miss.
Rogue is dead.
A gift from Kachu.
They have to spread out. They had to spread out.
Another epic victory.
Nice. It's a good design. I don't know if I should have gave him a thumbs up because of his name, but here we are. Here we are. What was the play? One thing I do like too is there's this crosshair that they have. It's so funny to me. Oh yo! Both two supports. They had a 3 support comp. I didn't even realize. That's gotta be some bad luck for both of your supports to get caught by Angela and thrown off the map like that. Maybe I should learn how to play her because she just seems too good not to at this point, right? What was Thor doing?
Slow down. Behold the god of thunder.
All right, both y'all died.
I am badly wounded. The wrath of the god. When I awaken, enemies born again.
And then this one I want to see as well. I was gonna say it had to be on this map, right? I gotta also work on not just blindly throwing stuff at the Ankh. I think it's a bad habit of every Moon Knight player.
3 down. All right, that feels better.
Okay. I'll do another quick match and then we'll go into comp. Find out there's character loops and her loop is just be annoying to the other team and creating a quick advantage usually by displacement. Yeah, that's typically what you're gonna get, but dive characters. Get in, be annoying, be a pest. If you can get a kill, great. If not, drain their resources and get out.
We are Cloak and Dagger. We are hope and fear.
Since she's so aggressive and so in your face, she can do that. She can get in, beat you up, and then get out. That's what Iron Fist does, what Daredevil does. It's typically what you're going to see with the DPS assassins, but she can do it as a tank. Also, Angela can do that too, with her being able to fly and pick off targets how we saw beforehand. I've been trying to learn more about the game and just fundamentally how it's supposed to be played as well. Besides just the mechanics, like you have combos with certain characters. You have optimal placements. You know, as a DPS, you usually are supposed to attack from off angle if you really want to cause the enemy team some issues and some trouble.
Get ready.
As a tank, you want to take up space. You want to beat in the enemy's team's face. You want to soak up damage. As a support, well, as a strategist, you want to get a good view of the battlefield, what everybody's doing, and then kind of use your ult ultimately. Charge it as fast as possible.
Threat calculations. Perhaps we should work together.
There's some general stuff I've heard. I know it goes a lot deeper than that. But those are the
Starts in 5.
tips I keep hearing people recommend. Oh,
2, 1. Ready to capture
that'd have been so sad.
area and extract some goodies? Let's go.
That's what happens when I start yapping, man. Oh yeah, nah. If you're out of position as Rogue, you will die every time. One of the biggest things people forget about playing characters like that too is you gotta have an exit strategy. Most people have a way to get in, they do not have a way to get out. I'm out of position. These people dying are my fault.
My time to shout. Uh-oh. The other team is extracting those resources. Just embrace the light.
That's the first time. Shed no tears.
Make sure I'm still in the middle of my teammates. But you see how like she's not even fully committing? She's just causing me and Ultron enough issues that we have to constantly stop healing our teammates for once. These group walls are giving us an issue though.
The other team is ready to rumble.
Oh, she wasn't even aiming at me. That feels bad. I don't think in this case it's an issue with the support I'm playing.
Looks like resources are running low. Get ready to find another available area. There.
I think in this range, I just need to play better. Yeah. The only problem is with her healing and the way she operates, I won't be able to keep myself alive and my teammates, so I'll die a lot easier. Just because of how her self-healing works. I know she can use her shield now, but I won't be able to do the same type of healing. I just need someone to take care of the group walls, and I promise you everybody's life expectancy will go up.
Lights out.
All gone. You should probably head to the next available area. I got you. My time to shine. Uh-oh. The other team is extracting those resources. Fantastic!
Yeah, see, we need those group walls to come down. Yeah, see right here, she's coming back. She's probably gonna ult, so I need to spread out. So if she does, the other support and I don't die together. Oh. Somebody else is behind me.
Dark Force Dimension.
Not good. They're getting closer to victory.
Yeah, we're kind of getting spread out.
We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. We better test this out.
Whew, not too much we can do about that one.
Come on.
Oh, this is awesome. Too many issues with that game. Oof. Too many issues with us that game is we couldn't deal with the group wall, we couldn't deal with the squirrel girl. The Angela wouldn't have been as big of a problem in... What's the word for it? Oh, I lost my train of thought. I read what they started talking about in chat. Are they arguing? Oh no. Yeah, they're just arguing. I was gonna say if we could have gotten somebody to deal with the group wall and deal with the squirrel girl, that'd been fine. Oh, wow, all three of them are substitute players. That's funny. Angela wouldn't have been as big of a problem if we got those two things down. Because then I could have switched to Invisible Woman and dealt with her a little easier. Or Rocket even. But unfortunately, Rocket wouldn't have had to ult to turn anything for us there. And even when I ulted this Cloak and Dagger, I got group walled. That's alright though. Gotta control what you can, let go of what you can't.
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
Once an Avenger.
Oh, now Hawkeye.
We are Cloak and Dagger. We are hope and fear.
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match?
You want to ban Moon Knight? I'd rather ban Groot. Yeesh. You want to ban Invisible Woman? I'll go Hawkeye. I'd much prefer to have Invisible Woman just in case, since we won't have a Gambit.
Pick your hero. Or villain. I'm not judging.
I can go Rocket.
Who are you calling a raccoon, huh?
Funnily enough, I think he was the character I was playing the most out of any other healer before his buff. But besides him, it's like him and Cloak and Dagger. Storm can be very good, but she is also one of those characters you have to have good positioning and be able to pick off targets very quickly. Because if you don't, you're going to get sniped by Hawkeye, Hela, Punisher. She can be very rewarding, though. She is underrated for sure. She is underrated for sure.
The date night you've been planning for us.
But I've seen so many people do not use her like she should be.
Think about it. What could be more romantic than saving the universe side by side?
Literally anything.
Noted.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
The largest yokai I have ever seen. Who could slay such a creature?
We've been discovered.
What am I? Invisible?
I'm counting on you, friends.
You're ready for action.
Powering up.
Let me move that just so he doesn't hit that. So Bucky's gonna immediately be looking to eliminate that. I see.
Looks like the mission area.
That's going over there then.
Now.
I'll patch you up.
We send some damage their way. Let's see here. Not only am I keeping people alive, I'm trying to charge up my ult as quickly as possible.
You're ready for action.
Capture the mission area.
One thing I keep noticing about Rocket that's actually kind of annoying is the fact that since his character model is so short, if you're standing too close to a decline like this or an incline, your bullets go into the ground instead of where you need them to be. So you actually have to look a little higher if you want to shoot somebody.
Invisible?
I'll patch you up.
Systems restored.
How many healers do we have? We have 3 DPS. If I wouldn't have missed all my shots, he would have died. Oops.
I am ready to put on a show.
Fire mode.
This is real firepower. This is real firepower.
Well, I'm just not going to shoot you, Mr. Fantastic. I'm going to heal everybody else instead.
You're welcome. Armed and dead again.
He immediately tried to kill me. He got a little too lost in the sauce there.
Systems restoring.
I'll patch you up.
Oh, we cannot take this point from them.
Nice work, kid. Team play. That's me. You're ready for action.
Control seized.
Okay.
That's right. Everything is mine.
One thing I do appreciate in this game, though, is how deep and complex the mechanics can be in terms of the different nuances between certain interactions.
You're welcome.
Like knowing which people's ults you can block or what skill affects what, and having this whole almost kind of rock, paper, scissors interaction.
Now I see them. A little help.
It's always very interesting to me.
Team play. That's me.
That's Daredevil out there. Oh, portal.
Then half of the mission area. Keep going.
Spider beacon in.
What they portal back here?
Watch me soar. Your day.
You're welcome.
I guess they didn't expect me to be back there because you can't see people, I think, when you're portaling, if I remember correctly.
Fantastic!
An extra force.
Ha-ha!
Great.
I had to get out of there. That was scary.
Patch you up.
But now they know where I'm at, so I have to move hiding spots.
The area's almost yours.
That was wild. So now we're getting ready for an ult. I'll counter ult when they ult.
You're ready for action.
Visible?
I can send shots, just not very accurately here.
Hold up, team.
Let's get these people off the point.
This is real firepower.
Over here.
I'll patch you up. This should limit any damage. Team, nice working with you, kid.
Oh, whoops. Oh, it's not gonna deploy. I hate when that happens.
Better.
Nice working with you, kid.
You impressed me, Reed.
It's important to maintaining your composure, I guess. I didn't want to switch from Rocket. I knew that wouldn't be the issue, and it wouldn't do any favors for our Penny.
Just say it.
So I have to make sure to stay Rocket so she could still keep her extra spider nest. Just because if she ever does get established, it's that much harder for them to actually get on a point and do anything. That's why they had to unleash the portal from behind us. But since I was there, I was able to ping my team, and they actually responded to the ping, which was very nice.
Have you come to slay the great snake in its den as well, little yokai?
Nah,
So that was cool.
I'm just here to blast some symbiotes into puddles of plasma.
Perfect. You focus on the minions, while I eliminate their king.
Already better than any plan Quill ever had.
The battle
They're
starts.
calling Rocket a yokai is so funny to me.
3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Forgive me for what I am about to do.
That's a scary man right there. I was trying to figure out where that voice was coming from because I haven't heard that voice line yet from Daredevil.
Enemies are near. I can feel them.
Mr. Fantastic and I just saw each other. I'm like, yeah, I want no smoke with that man.
What an upgrade.
Powering up, please.
You're welcome.
Fire mode. Looks like a mission.
Let me help them out. Throw some damage on these people.
You got them all.
Instead of just sitting back here healing. It would definitely help out a lot if I could shoot some people in the back.
We earned this.
I'd imagine there's going to be a portal done from somewhere, yeah?
You're up, little one.
Follow the enemy.
Watch me soar!
I'll patch you up.
Systems restoring.
Your story ends.
Double Spain. Namor's reinforced.
Let me replace my mines.
Armored up.
Namor.
Yeah, what an upgrade.
Oh my god, what is going on? Did everybody like sit up in their gamer chairs? I'm kind of just here. Actually, you know what? The thing is, I'm afraid of
Spider beacon.
something happening. So in case something happens to this nest and that nest, oh well, the nest that used to be there anyway. I want to give people something to run back to if they get revived. I don't want to put them in a death situation.
Be careful here.
Let me ping Dr. Strange so they see him.
That's my old self.
That's another thing too. I noticed if I'm in a Discord with people, they'll say where someone is and they won't ping, and I desperately need people to ping more. Even in the game sometimes too, when you're playing with randoms, they just won't ping anything. They'll say, oh, this person's on me, or they're to our right. I'm like, please give me a ping so I know exactly where that is.
Fantastic!
By the eye of Agamotto!
My good deed for the day. Ping the
Us against the world.
Oh,
You're ready for edge.
let me use you to build up my ult, please. Ult, please. Thank you.
This is real firepower. See, I'm fucking helpful.
That's gonna be bad for his shield. Yeah, now he has no way to protect himself.
Armored up. You're welcome.
Should be the game. GG's, well done. They had such a strong start. They had a really strong start, but I think we adjusted. Everybody else did. My game plan didn't change much.
Another epic victory! Big win!
Oh, I'm still playing one. Oh, candy cane nunchucks. I never put that together. Our Penny was putting in mad work too.
Mine's in place.
That's cool looking crosshair.
Systems restoring.
Bucky tried to get out of there.
Done.
Oh lord. What else do we have here? I think Psylocke got enough food. Crazy alts too. I never fully figured out how to actually play this character.
What a disgrace. A shield. Many.
She's just going crazy. Nice. Let's see what Daredevil's doing. He's got it all here, right? Yeah, so what does a Daredevil player do here then? Because people are just dying. I don't even know what he pressed. Nice. I meant to click X instead of B, but here we are.
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
I guess I'll play support again.
Cloak and dagger. We are hope.
Played support the last couple of games. I just think that's what I need to do right now.
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match?
Let's see here. Who would make our lives harder? Daredevil? Sure, why not? He's typically such a popular band, though. I don't know if I do him as the first one. We both might end up banning Daredevil, both teams. This happens a lot more often than you guys would think. I just spoke it into existence, please. Okay, so I guess we might as well ban Penny since we have divers. I don't know about Moon Knight, but I'll go for the Penny ban.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this.
Maybe it's just me, but I'd much rather have Moon Knight and Plague just for people who like bunching up. It makes dealing with those types of comps so much easier. And being that a lot of people are going to be in their faces and going behind the lines, to me, it doesn't make as much sense to ban Moon Knight here. Guess we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Round one.
I create equilibrium. When it gets disturbed.
That's something I gotta actually start thinking about now, is what characters have been and in what scenario. Because sometimes I'll try and look at the comp we have, but people won't pick their characters, so I don't know what they're playing. Or sometimes, like I almost did, they'll pick the wrong character.
Sure, why you'd have any doubt, sugar?
Your name is literally Rogue. How do I know you won't go you?
That's funny.
Fair enough. Luckily, I've spent
The battle starts in 5, 4,
Oh no.
2, 1.
We're not all here.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
I'm gonna blame it on TikTok and say everybody was doom scrolling on their phones before the game started. The amount of times that happens is it's kind of funny. That sounds like Hawkeye. It is. This would have been a perfect comp to go Moon Knight into. Oh, actually, no, never mind. Iron Man. They have an Iron Man.
My turn to shine.
Top priority should be keeping her alive. Whoop, I failed.
Just the boost I need.
Well, let's see what we can do. Let's see if there's any adjustments to be made. What all we can change. Different ways we could possibly impact this game. Find some characters, make them more vulnerable to damage. Right now, it might have to be Rocket, honestly.
Time to stop them.
Well, no, I don't think so. I don't think Rocket would be the play. Maybe Invisible want me to deal with the Flyer, though. But to help them deal with the Flyer.
Welcome to the Dark Force dimension.
My time to shine.
I had to do it in zigzag so Hawkeye didn't just shoot me in my skull.
Maximum pulse!
I tried to save her.
Lights out.
My time to shine.
Oh, we gotta go. Oh, we gotta go. Oh, we gotta go. I think some people are forgetting there are some forms of damage that will not actually, that you cannot heal through, like that, like getting shot in the skull. I can't do anything for that. You're already dead. That's gonna hurt. Gotta keep her alive. No, she came straight to me, please. Oh, thank goodness you're here. I have to save her life. She saved mine. I have to save her life. She saved mine. Alternator wouldn't have done anything for us, I don't think. Oh, I didn't know Spider-Man was coming here. I don't know if I would have been able to actually ult before dying, though.
Let's get into some good trouble.
If I get there, I'll throw one in. Why not, right?
Maximum pulse!
Never miss!
Against the world!
Lights out.
My time to
Extermination!
That helps.
Okay, see, like just, oh, thank goodness. Trying to find different ways we can influence the game. Oh! Okay, Rogue is our top priority. And she went around the corner by herself to die.
Life force is exposed.
My time to shine.
Smart portal. Come on, I can make it, I can make it, I can make it, I can make it, I can make it. Cool. All right, the payload will keep me safe. The payload will keep me safe. She grabs him every time. Let me just give him a little compliment there. They deserve it after all. No, I'm sorry.
Never miss. Us against the world.
Come on, come on, come on. Oh, he showed up. I was so worried about that. I was so worried about that.
How many more?
You put me out. They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
The one thing I didn't want to happen. We could have had that too. Oh, yep. Yep, yep. Oh my god. If somebody went around and touched the objective, they all would have to turn around.
Maximum pulse!
Oh, just barely avoided that with my snatched waist. Yeah, I was on the wrong side of that. Whoever said we need more backline pressure is not wrong, no, because we currently do not have any.
Got me good.
Feel the pull.
I am strengthened.
Stop them. Clearly you needed some help.
Extermination!
Vortex field.
I unleash the Vishanti's power.
Okay, cool.
3, the hard way.
Only 60 seconds left.
Hey, we helped them at that one point for a hot minute. Then they almost got open seasoned here. Ooh, let me not go that way.
Good medicine. Never
Down
miss.
to 30 seconds. Over here. I can heal you.
Cool.
Time's on our side.
We're turning it around. I wouldn't be surprised if they did a Doctor Strange ult here, though.
That's a yes.
The final 10 seconds.
I might as well.
Strengthened.
Pulse charge.
The current score is 0.
I remembered that if I hold on to it, it's only in domination that those also carry over, and every other mode it doesn't.
Side you're on.
I was waiting to see if they were gonna do anything though that
You'll need a
would force me to ult, because I didn't want to waste it just to think we were gonna win, and then somebody comes in the ult and then wipes us. But the moment never came.
Round 2.
After all these years, saving the world still hasn't gotten old.
You cannot save Yggdrasil, nor can you save yourselves.
I do wonder if this will end up, with lore-wise, why we don't see more superheroes end up retiring and just hang up the mantle, funnily enough. I think Invincible did that really well, did realistic relationships when it comes to heroes. And some of them just not wanting to, what's the word for it?
You are the
Be a hero the rest of their lives, especially when people start dying and certain world ending events happen. Well, almost world ending events, I should say.
Battle starts in 5.
People getting lost in time,
3,
people moving on, it's crazy.
1.
I really do enjoy that show and that comic, because I read the comics.
Let's hope those goats are ready to go. Clearly you needed some help.
Let me keep supporting Iron Man. Venom not as much, but Iron Man I think I definitely should. Let's keep this payload moving.
I was worried. Vortex field. Clearly you needed some help. A nice deep freeze.
Need to pull somebody out of position.
Disappear! We push all the way to Yggdrasil.
Pulse charge.
I'm just looking at the outlines.
I like it.
I can't move him. He walked to the back and just started punching our lights out.
Bombs away.
They have 3 supports now. Okay. I think this is fun. I think this is fine. I don't think if I switch now it'd be way too preemptive, and there's no real reason to currently. Right now that was just an unfortunate play
Retreat.
on my end.
That's fine, but thank you.
Get that vehicle moving again.
Get that vehicle moving again.
The cold.
This will be great for us. Just wait till she tries to run. Ah, I missed. I have one job.
Enemy located. Feeling fantastic. Psionic surge. Enemy located.
Please, we're trying to kill this man. I swear my crosshair was in his chest. And he was just choosing not to die.
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
But I think this is also great too, because now when Hawkeye ults, I can just ult, and then his whole entire sideline is just cut off.
It's clobbering
Vortex field. No worries. I've got your back.
Let me make sure I stay back here. Oh my goodness. I gotta get out of here.
Much better. I like the cold. Vortex field. Psionic surge.
I was fine, thank you.
Get that vehicle moving again.
Oh no, he saw me. That's fine.
If we don't get a move on, that tree's not gonna
I'll
make
fight
it.
for my family until the end. Thanks so much.
Oh.
Much better.
Pulse charge. Fire. Hang with
Really nice Iron Man ult.
against the wall.
Another fearsome foe.
Oh. Where are you going? Where are you going?
Clear the way. Field. Clearly you needed some help.
There's another one down. Put a spring on that.
Next time I cloak and dagger ults, I gotta wait before I ult.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Anyone willing to help? Clear the way.
Oh no, I couldn't keep her alive.
A nice deep breeze.
Please. Okay, yeah.
Without Ty, I wouldn't know the real power of the light force.
Get that vehicle moving again.
I have to be able to kill this man.
Only 60 seconds left.
Shouldn't done that.
I like the cold. Down to 30
Us against the world. Get in here, y'all.
The final 10 seconds.
Lights out. Suffering.
Okay.
Us against the world.
They have their ult again already.
Lights out.
Ah. Unfortunate.
Grace us with victory.
A Moon Knight would have really helped here. Unfortunately. Oh man.
Final score 1.
That would have been perfect because they were all bunched up. Oh well, GG's.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
I don't know if I'll ever get to the point where I start banning them though. I get he can be a problem, but Moon Knight, I don't know if I'd ever get rid of him fully. Everybody played well, they just played a little bit better. Maybe the anti-heal would have been better, I suppose. Because we did have people who could cancel out with the Iron Man ults and stuff like that, but yeah, maybe that would have been better. Oh well, I'm not mad at that. I have enough stuff to get this last item in the battle pass. Jamarcus Russell. The Big Poppy. I wonder if Deadpool might be a character who rotates in a different... What's the word for it? Groups?
We are Cloak and Dagger. We are hope and fear.
Or if it'll be one of those characters that just stays in one group, like they figured out some way to make him a vanguard.
I'm gonna banish from this match.
Gonna ban Gavin? I guess. Why not? I've got no aversions to that. He said, don't ban Groot, I'll play if needed. I mean, at that point, you just tell me you're playing Groot. Okay, that's fine. That Hawkeye should be fine to play into as long as the heals are good.
In this one.
Likely story. I don't know how many Hawkeye players this person has faced that have demonic aim. One headshot, you ain't healing from that. Depending on what class you are, of course. But since we have Groot, he should be a lot more manageable. I'm trying to think. I really actually need to look into Cloak and Dagger tech again. They're still very fun to play, but I could learn a little more to make myself a little better and improve my game.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I just find the character fun, so it's like, oh, why not?
You could be an excellent sparring partner.
Currently, I'm more interested in fighting against our common foes.
When this battle is won.
It's kind of funny because that same line of thinking is what got me into fighting games, where I enjoyed the game, but I wanted to be able to play more of it and have a general idea of what I'm doing, so then I just started improving at it.
2, 1.
I think that's how a lot of people get into a lot of things, and I think that's how a lot of people get into things professionally. It starts out with an interest, right?
Here they come.
It starts out with you being curious about the game or the art, or, you know, even with drawing, right? Some people just like drawing. No hopes of making money from it, just a hobby, just a passion, and that's completely fine. But I think that's how people get better, and that's how people get really good, and that's how people end up developing it into a talent, into a second form of income, just because of how good your art is doing. I think that's kind of like the natural progression of hobbies we just ended up losing, or I guess we're in the process of losing.
I'll get you next time.
So many people are afraid to get into something if they think they're going to be bad at it, or if they think they can't make money from it. But it should be the opposite. You should be able to allow yourself to be bad at something because you just have an interest in doing it. It's the same thing with like kids, right? Where kids don't care how good or how bad they are at something. You try everything, you get into it. If you like it, you stick with it. Doesn't matter how good or how bad it is, because you like it. I think if more people adopted a kind of similar mindset, they would have a lot more fun, be a lot more willing to try new things. Yeah, she was gonna use her. Oh, oh. Yeah, Rocker's just taking damage. He didn't have that awareness he needed. Try to make it a straight line too, so my teammates could walk in.
I'll be ship
My time to shine.
And that's why we follow. Enemy ahead. Prepare to engage. An all-spider band? That's fire.
The vehicle reached
We're kind of moving through this at a steady rate.
momentum.
Oh, my day is about to get ruined, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. All right, Dagger.
Leaving Spider Zero and
I'm about to kill me. Oh, maybe he is. He took that personally. That's my fault though. I unfortunately isolated myself from the team. Had I stayed with everybody instead of backing up like that because I knew I was gonna cloak anyway, would have saved my life and that would have been completely different.
My time to shine.
Just those little fine adjustments to go a long way. Like if somebody's flanking you or diving you, you probably shouldn't isolate yourself. You should probably be rotating into their dives. Just staying around your team, especially if they have a magic or someone. Because when you isolate yourself away from the team, try not to get dived, you make diving you way easier. Or dove, I should probably say, right? I have a Magneto now. I should probably change my support. Uh-oh. I don't think Magneto has this yet. Putting a path to the back line to come help our Psylocke.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes.
Now the rest of the team is going. Yep.
Just embrace the light. Love to see the Master Weaver.
All right. I keep forgetting just because I'm playing strategist doesn't mean that I don't really have any control over the game.
Don't turn back now. You owe me one. My time to shine. That's much better. I'll get you next time.
Even something just as simple as stopping Captain America from taking the point, well, at least trying to. Save us a little bit more time. He's still here. I'll ping and let my teammates know, attack him. Oh, he jumped. He changed the trajectory of his jump. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it.
Feeling good. Get ready. Here come the bad guys.
Guard your rear.
My time to shine.
Oh, well.
Let's get into only 60 seconds left.
Fantastic! Whoa!
With an honor to serve as Just embrace the light.
Let's pop back up under their noses.
My time to shine.
She was in her ult, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, he couldn't throw it at me, so.
That's the boost I
time to
need.
shine.
Oh, Rocket, you're here. You must die. All right.
That's much better.
That's how I avoided the Magneto ult. I knew he couldn't immediately do a 360 or 180, I mean.
Checkpoint.
Because I dove in the cover. I wouldn't have been able to make that same play as Rocket, so I had to stay this character. Even though they have divers, even though they have people coming in the way that they do. Oh.
My time to shine.
He really tried that, didn't he?
Do you see that? The web of light and destiny is shifting.
The web of light and destiny is shifting.
Only 60 seconds left.
Don't let anything stand.
Oh, that sounds wholesome. And he's dead. Oh, oh. That's gonna hurt. Thank goodness my teammates came to save me. I was truly a damsel in distress. I have to make sure Groot lives. He has his ult. We can't afford to lose that right now. I can't afford to die here either, though. Psylocke, stay with me. If I ult right here at this very moment, I have to. But I don't know if Magneto has his ult or not. Ah! He followed me.
I wasn't sure we'd get this chance again. Anyone willing to help?
Gotta keep the invisible woman alive. Did not work. That's fun. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. We're fighting for it. We're fighting for it. Aye, aye, aye.
I wasn't sure we'd get this chance again.
Ah, they pushed him off.
The current score is 2.
Not a bad attempt, but
Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
can't go Gambit. We ban Gambit. Oof. Okay.
We are hope and fear.
Who are you calling a raccoon, huh?
I think Rocket is the answer here, unfortunately. Maybe, maybe not.
Round 2.
I do the right thing. Who are you calling a raccoon? Fun.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
It's a hard game, this one.
Hey, I'm looking for a giant tree and some humanoid morons. You seen them? They're kind of my only friends.
If they're on Clinton, find them first. I'm going to destroy the whole planet.
I'm gonna try it out. If I don't like it, I'll just go back Cloak and Dagger.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Vortex field.
I am Groot!
You're ready for action.
Invisible?
You need to stop that vehicle and distract.
Someone scratch my back.
Oh, Captain America destroyed it. Cloak and Dagger it is.
That is not that vehicle.
Can we get into more?
That outcome was clear from the beginning. Feeling fantastic.
I have become vulnerable.
Help!
Disappear!
Just embrace the light!
I'm an easy target.
Gotta stay with the team. Gotta stay with the team.
Shields up!
This is real power!
Just embrace the light!
Yeah, I can't stay with the team because I get focused. I can't stay away from the team because I get dove. So,
My time to shine!
gotta figure out a solution to this issue.
Better stop that vehicle.
Gotta be some happy medium. We're gonna take that.
Let's take a step back.
Oh, nope.
Us against the world! Now time to shine!
Oop, wrong wall.
Fantastic!
That beacon finally been struck.
Ooh, that was a misplay on my part.
We're outnumbered. Dagger's back.
This
They
is
hit a
real
checkpoint.
fire.
Got another one of those four
Time
ults.
to stop them. That's much better.
He went to more, so that's all I could ask of him.
Better stop that vehicle. Nobody can hurt us now.
So I'm very thankful for that.
My time.
Let's get closer.
Oh yeah, Phoenix!
Cool.
Team player.
My time to shine.
That feels better.
Cool.
Hold still. I'm trying to help. Feeling fantastic. Everybody needs a hand sometimes.
Nice.
Dagger. A triple threat.
Get up. I'm not done.
He stopped them in their tracks. Besties. Shields up. My time to shine.
Oh no.
Thanks. There you are.
How refreshing.
Yeah.
Can't catch me.
They faded halfway. Stop them. Daggers.
We had the Invisible Woman ult. Did she get killed with Magneto?
Got your back.
He said swap and I can go no more.
Better stop that vehicle. I need some guns to help. Hold still.
Yes, I see the man PDQ in the face. I'm sorry. Yep.
Help us from the shadows.
Irreconcilable difference, Reed.
Yeah.
Here they are.
Everybody needs a hand
I
sometimes.
have to make sure whenever I always cloak and dagger to be in cloak form, because when Magneto wants to ult me like that, he hasn't been throwing it immediately, so then I could always just cloak myself for the most part. Oh, she dies in there. They're cooked.
Or a dagger.
We could just back up and let them have that space.
Only 60 seconds left.
We can keep our tank alive.
Shields up.
Now we take the space right back.
My time to shine.
Seem to be unprotected.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. A little help. Just embrace the light.
Yep, little give and take, a little give and take.
He stopped them in their tracks.
Still wowing us.
Down to 30 seconds.
Right here, I need to charge my ult.
My favorite time.
Can't see him, but we're gonna toss it around the corner for him. I'm gonna go back to the point just in case somebody likes to come in and come from the back.
The final 10 seconds.
Because I can still heal them reliably from here, I think.
A lot of stuff you can see.
Yeah, I see.
Captain.
Somebody's gonna attempt it.
Final score.
Nice
2,
adjustment.
1.
GG. I like that because my teammates actually switched to different characters, and that was a big help.
Victory.
Literally couldn't have done it without them. I don't know how though. Look at that little positivity in Marvel Rivals. Not everybody's toxic. We got some GGs. We got some people saying you played nicely too. Some thumbs up. That's nice. The healing in this game is crazy from both teams. Over 60k respectively. Yeah, that rocket was putting in work. He was actually trying to get out of there. Yeah, we had Moon Knight and Namor. Whew. I just needed a Namor to help at least make the divers think about diving us. I just needed a little bit of leeway, so that was nice. This symbiote thing is frightening. Tough games, man. Tough games. But this is what you sign up for when you play comp. That would be the entire point. Let's see what we have here.
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
I guess I'll go Cloak and Dagger.
We are Cloak and Dagger. We are hope and fear.
I do play every role, but this is just what I've been feeling right now.
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match?
They want Hawkeye up out of here. Okay. I got no problems with that. That's fine. Not to mention, most people either ban Hela or Daredevil. I think those are the go-to picks this current season for people to ban people. I think it's almost always been Daredevil or Hela. Earlier in the stream, we banned Daredevil. The other team immediately banned Daredevil. Gambit's also been a strong pick too. I don't see people banning Rogue as much anymore. I think because once people figure out what it is she did, they know you can't just pick her and go crazy. You have to actually know kind of what you're doing. Hela or Penny? Ooh, I already picked Penny. I had my finger on the A button already. It could still go to Hela. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Emma Frost, what are they cooking?
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
Oh, we have 3 supports. We don't need 2 supports.
I'm not a hero. I'm the Punisher.
Just always got to throw this out there just in case. I never want to make people feel as if they have to play a certain role, because you will have people who will play a role and suffer in silence.
You know,
like they won't ask anyone to switch or ask if anyone's willing to switch with them. I've seen people who play support and then at the end of the game they're like, I mean, I don't even play support like that. I'm like, why didn't you ask to switch? Sometimes we'll ask to switch, another person either out of pride or bitterness won't.
Lock onto you even when you're invisible.
I thought we were supposed to be on the same side, Frank.
We are for now. But in this business, that can change in a heartbeat.
I'll be sure to remember that.
Jingle the what?
I'll be ready.
The battle starts in 5.
I shouldn't have read the name. I shouldn't have opened the scoreboard.
2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Intruders detected.
Whoa, give me a sec to absorb all of this.
Granted, we could have also went 3 healers, but I didn't want to leave the Psylocke as our only source of damage. I didn't want to do that to them.
Enemy in front of us.
Oh, I need assistance.
Ooh, maybe Namor's they got a Captain America.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
She's getting out of there. Let me get up here.
I'm hunkering down.
Made them at least look at me for a second, help get us the point. Oh, my leg. Oh, I thought they disappeared and started cloaking off. No, Emma gripped them up by the neck. Well, no, not Emma. Rogue pinned them down, took their powers.
Objective achieved. Good work.
I'm so used to seeing Emma grab people and slam them, and when I see somebody grounded like that, I automatically think it's Emma. My brain hasn't fully formulated that it's Rogue.
Come now, shake it up.
High caliber.
Stealing your talent. Reminds me of like the Monstars from Space Jam.
I need anyone willing to help?
Bogey here.
Boom. Oh no! Please! I was like, okay, Captain America's in the back, that's fine. Then Daredevil showed up and I knew I was finished.
Now I'm getting mad.
It's just like a horror movie. At first it was action, maybe a thriller, then it's just straight horror. I heard, now I know where you are.
You've captured more.
Horrifying. Horrifying.
Keep going.
Oh.
Defend this place no matter what. Watch me soar. Disappear.
Smoke up.
Chin up.
I guess. What?
Join the flames. Us against the world.
Horrible spot for a turret, but I just wanted to do it. My timing has been awful this game. I have to get out of the support mindset and DPS mindset.
They ain't seen nothing yet.
The area's almost yours.
Assemble! Judge, jury, executioner!
Just had to force him back at least a little bit. Make them think twice about approaching. Clear out some space, let my team push forward. Got Magneto from that. I'd imagine we're gonna be seeing a Daredevil pretty soon. Oh nope, he's dead. Blind Man is on the ground.
Sterner challenges await.
Good round.
I'm good to go.
Hope everybody else played well that round. I was kind of just there.
Weapons are tools, and I'm the master craftsman.
Secret societies always have to have some type of weird imagery.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Like, why a Hydra? I actually need to go back and read the lore and why it's a Hydra specifically. I don't know if it's some type of ancient entity that blesses them with certain gifts or something.
With no way to return. We will get you back home. If your timeline still exists.
If I was an otherworldly entity, I wouldn't have people doing like weird stuff like this and having secret meetings. I would just have it be all happen in front of you in corporate America, because no one can tell the difference at that point.
3, 2, 1. All you need to do is
And just put all corporate jargon in there. People take that a lot easier.
Way we always do. Together.
Imagine instead of saying Hydra is trying to take over the world, you can just say Microsoft is trying to take over the world. They'd be like, oh, okay. They're trying to do that anyway. Amazon and Jeff Bezos
I'm hunkering down.
now have a monopoly on almost all things. I gotta get out of here. Please. Oh wait, you know what? I need to stop shooting when he's deflecting. I got something special for you. You're going up.
Missionary is yours. I gotcha.
Well done.
Even on the screen, he radiates a terrible.
So to be fair, I gotta imagine working in a secret society that would just be corporate America would suck. Imagine your reward for taking over the world. Your employee bonus is a pizza party. Oh, that's
firepower.
Squirrel Girl. You gotta be kidding me. The map can't be serious right now. This happened? Okay. I hate this map so much. Oh my god. Oh my god. Gotta get out of here. Ooh. That saved my life.
Judge, jury, executioner.
Gotta take him out. That's why I immediately went back. Oh, that's not good for me. Okay.
Double kill.
The more it is.
Lost.
I feel bad for the Bucky who ulted. He risked everything to kill everybody.
I need assistance.
How refreshing.
I gotta deal with the squirrel girl.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Oh my god.
My dearest Susan, if only you had chosen. Watch those goes away!
Oh! Oh, maybe Moon Knight, actually.
Capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Gotta figure something out. Because they have a squirrel girl.
Needed that, thanks.
There it is, there it is. I'm not being healed.
Get up, my fist.
A little help, please.
The move!
We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Force burst.
Okay. I think Moon Knight is the play here.
Protector of the overnight travelers.
To do some damage.
I think Moon Knight is the play here.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Gotta see what we can do about this though.
You lead a legion of your kind? We call them demons where I come from, but yes. How do you ensure they remain loyal to your cause? Some respect me, but most fear their queen. I'm fine either way.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I'm stuck between 3 characters right now mentally. It's
Got it?
Moon Knight, Squirrel Girl, and Iron Man.
Be enjoying the end of all that is.
Just because they'd be a flyer and I'd be out the way and I'd have to force the Squirrel Girl to do something different. And granted, the only person I really have to look out for at that point is Bucky.
Watch me soar!
Anyone willing to help?
Daredevil really hasn't been in my face like that, so.
A gift from Khonshu.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Let the devil
I couldn't get back in there because her shield stopped me from getting an iron shield. Iron Man it is.
Capture the mission area!
That's better.
Oh no, why would we surrender?
Friends, over here!
I don't think that's the welcoming committee.
Oh. Oh.
A nice deep freeze.
Well, I'm forcing them to have to look in different ways, so I'm gonna keep playing Iron Man. Because it's causing them just enough annoyance and frustration that they can't just constantly stay where they are. Even though I'm not doing the best, it's doing something. That's the important thing.
See that? Right there.
Powering up.
A nice deep freeze.
Now they have a Punisher. They have to switch something up.
Us against the world.
Look out below. Need some repairs?
Armed by the eye of Agamotto.
Happens when you pick a fight with Procon. Last minute miracle.
Ah, man, almost. But that ult was worth it. That ult was 100% worth it.
Control seized.
You let dark child.
I'm gonna find whoever put me out last time.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Bombs away.
A nice deep freeze. Everybody needs a win sometimes.
No need to thank me. Need some repairs. Fast.
She's not turning around. She's just not turning around.
The area's almost yours.
When other people first saw my powers, they were like, wait, a squirrel? And now they're like, ooh, a squirrel.
We must marshal our defenses.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
I catch it too.
She's blocking the turret with her body.
A nice deep freeze.
I'm just not getting healed.
Judge!
I'm actually not getting healed.
Executioner! I unleash.
I'm not done with this fight yet.
You are nothing.
Gotta get to the point.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
By the eye of Agamotto!
One couldn't win without the other.
Again, I died.
Control seized.
Such newfound power.
It's ours. Woohoo!
Oh, GG. Apparently he had the MVP. He got it stolen from him. Oops, I didn't want to screenshot that. Jamarcus Russell, the man put his whole government in there. He wants us to know who he is. We the only ones playing. It's crazy. That guy is going through an existential crisis right now. I think I got one more in me. was the highlight? Oh, we found a match. Never mind. Now we'll never know.
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
We are Cloak and Dagger. We are hope and fear.
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match?
Who do they want to ban? I don't want to select Daredevil as the first ban. He wants to ban Susan Storm? I guess. A group would be actually no, we have a Squirrel Girl, so the group wouldn't necessarily be an issue. But I'm just throwing it out there, I guess. Let's see what happens. 50-50.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Everyone's been really banning Sue Storm lately. I guess because of the whole shield change, right? Because she can shield herself now, so it gives her that extra bit of survivability. A lot of people really do not like her.
Round one,
Heal
go!
and light can harm.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Glizzy McGuire?
Oh, Loki, what mischief art thou up to this time?
Believe it or not, Doreen Green of Midgard, I'm helping.
To what end? To what end?
Too grand to put a...
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
My heart hurts for my brother, but that will not stop me from defending Asgard.
I'm kind of just throwing these out of habit. I need to actually wait.
They don't look friendly.
Let me hurt some people. Oh my goodness, I hate this map so much.
I'll get you next time.
Wings are gone.
Lights out. Suffering the darkness. The light in the darkness.
Your dog is suffering.
Oh, he's got his Moon Knight out. Is he just taunting him with it real quick?
My time to shine.
Get that, thanks.
I'll get you next time.
Thank you.
Who's behind you, my friend? I still need you.
Vivid fear. My resistance is down.
Disappear!
Great on him for saving that.
Hold still. I'm trying to help. Glad to help. Enemy tap.
Nice.
Sure, just smack everything.
Oh, right. They're holding this down pretty well.
That helps.
Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me.
Dagger's so funny.
Gone. I've already forgotten.
Ooh. There's only been 2 of them actually holding it down up there.
That feels better.
Damn it, never
I have my ult, so.
Only 60 seconds left.
That's how I want it. Oh, Squirrel Girl came in to help him. I went a little too deep there. That's on me.
My brother
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Asgard,
I wasn't sure we'd
but
get this
all
chance
the
again.
realms.
Should have turned around immediately.
Better stop that vehicle.
Render me assistance.
Needed that.
Enemy tag. Follow them.
Bring on the chaos. Leave them to Khonshu.
You're the only one. I'll get caught.
Oh, he copied me.
My time to shine.
Sure, just slap every problem.
On the moon. Awaken fury. Strike the foe.
Oh,
Still heating up. He stopped them in their tracks.
Twas but a scratch.
Ooh.
I'll get you next time. You are nothing.
Maximum pulse.
2 of those back to back is crazy.
Stop them. Better stop that vehicle.
They've already Iron Man ulted, so. Get some space here. Magneto can't stop me, so. Or vengeance, Magneto.
Double KO. Only 60 seconds left.
The range on that thing is actually kind of scary. I thought I was out of it, which is why I didn't cloak, but I was not.
no way.
I was a little closer to that and misjudged the distance. I would have died. Let's get that squirrel stampede out of here. That squirrel stampede almost got me out of here. Oof! Well played on a delayed ult for him. Unless he just didn't have it.
Dagger's back.
I shouldn't have been that far up.
Seconds.
Here's how you shoot. Bring on the chaos. This is real firepower. Enemies help.
I'll get you next time.
Get in here, y'all.
You owe me one.
Good medicine.
Where's the light?
Get in there. Lights out. Sure, just suffering in darkness.
I mean, the more he's chasing us, the less he's thinking for his team.
Pop back up under their noses.
I didn't know where he was, so I immediately cloaked.
0, 2, 1. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
Loki and I are pairing up quite nicely. It's 2 cloak and dagger ults, and that's kind of nasty.
Our cloak and dagger. We are hope and fear.
Round 2.
Light doesn't dispel darkness. It helps me see the darkness and face it.
What does this team up even do again?
Get ready.
I keep thinking it's a team up with Moon Knight. This team up with Moon Knight doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, cute! It's nice to finally team up with somebody just like me.
All right.
The battle starts.
These guys seem to have pretty much got this figured out, so I'm just kind of here.
2, 1.
What's his name?
To do is capture the missionary.
BP Speed Demon.
Today we fight
That would been crazy.
Who might appear through this?
Oh, it worked! He caught Magneto? That's funny.
Bless the feeling knots.
I have found one of them.
Doctor Strange shenanigans.
They have been seen and they will not escape.
Tandy needs help.
Thanks. Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger.
All right.
My time to shine.
I don't know how that magic didn't kill us. Oh, what's that? I don't know why the textures took so long to load right there for a second. That was trippy.
Something here worth looking at.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
The surface of this planet? Ew.
Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me.
I'll get you next time.
adversaries gather.
I got the Punisher out of his turret! Glad to help.
She kidnapped Frank Castle.
Sure, just smacked everything. I still need you.
Hi, that feels good.
Lights out.
My time to
What was the plan?
No.
What was the plan?
His own essence. The irony.
Push put to scratch.
Lights out.
My time to shine. Thanks.
Damn it, never fall!
Disappear!
Oh, I catch a feeling.
Tandy needs help.
Oh.
Time to shine.
Oh my god, he got me.
The time. Render me assistance.
The light always comes back.
That should be the game. Yep. Jeez.
Final score 2-1. Another epic victory! Big win!
Nice. We're more than halfway through Platinum 1, and I think that's alright. It's about to end. Okay. Thank you guys so much for coming through, hanging out, spending this time with me. I really, really do appreciate it. I want to say we'll be back Wednesday or Friday. I don't know. It's Christmas week, so everything's going to get a little dicey. But in case I don't end up seeing you guys Wednesday or in the worst case scenario Friday, I do hope that you guys end up enjoying the rest of the week and that you guys are able to finish your Christmas shopping, as hectic as that is for a lot of different people. I know everybody has a lot going on, especially during the holiday season, both with work and family. Everybody, some people have to travel. Some people may not like their family that much. Some people may end up just having to do a lot of different events with their family or having to go see multiple families and friends and just go to multiple events. Regardless of what it is that you guys are doing, I hope you guys are staying safe, enjoying your time during the holidays, or maybe you're taking some time off for yourself. For the people whose holidays, whose birthday line up with the holidays, I hope you get 2 sets of gifts instead of just one or the other. If you're so fortunate and the people around you are financially inclined. If you're on Twitch, stick around for the raid. If you're on YouTube, stick around for the outro. We're going to be passing this on to, I want to say, is Jay still alive? Because if so, he is. Whoops. I think he walked away, so this would be the perfect time to drop in the raid on him when he least expects it. I want to say. That all being said, thank you for being here, Rage, Hitokiri, Rado, Shaggy, again with the sub, Rayvon, Wolf, Bonk, Liv, Nightmares. Make sure I get everybody here that I can. Anybody else who may also be lurking in the background, Nia as well. Appreciate you guys greatly. But I'll see you guys in the next stream. Y'all take it easy. Hope you guys have a wonderful day and or night. You're all wonderful people. And this is the first raid message for everybody sub to the channel, and the second raid message for everybody that isn't. But I'll catch you guys later.